Yo, welcome. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, people. Welcome. What's up? Sup. Hello, guys. Welcome. Exactly. Hi, guys. Hello. Okay, the entire squad is here. Wow, everyone's here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay, let's just jump into FGOLO for the day, so we can jump into the game as soon as possible. Of course, we have to start off with Nemo. It's a male character, not permanent, 5-star, either or. Nemo is Sky? Huh. The more you know. So, wait, what was I gonna say? Simple target, permanent, Sky, chaotic balanced. It could be, wait, actually could be this. Okay. It's not this. But it could have been. Okay, so it's a single target, not arts. Not Earth Sky, so probably human, could be Star though. Male, limited. Not alter ego. Nope. Sky. Oh, he is chaotic evil. Oh man, okay. It is single target buster, human, limited, male. Wait. Oh, come on. How is he evil? Look at my boy. Does he look evil? How is he evil? Bro. Anyways. AoE buster. Story locked. I think this is a 5-star and it looks like a human. I had no idea if this is buster though. I can try it. Ooh, ah! Jebaited. Ah. Oh man. I remember Berserker Kintoki being single target buster. Wait, okay, for a second there I thought I wasn't sharing my screen, but you guys are seeing it. Oh, welcome guys, welcome. We got it, not too many tries. It's Kintoki 4 times already and my Sith only got 1 time. Forgot he was human though? I remember he was human because I thought that he was Sky for the longest time or Earth, but then I got it wrong so many times that I now remember it is a human. You know what's one thing that I noticed as well? You know, this game is all about, you know, hiding the spoiler ascensions, but then you look at this and it's like the spoiler ascension that's usually hidden is just here, plastered, first page. Anyways. A MP8. How is the person that created the assassination not evil? But he's a nice guy. He's just a chill guy. What do you mean? Alignments are what the characters see themselves as. True. That is true. That is very much true. Okay. Okay. Let's just jump right into this. I haven't really done much ever since I saw you guys. I don't think I was actually leveling anything. I did a tiny bit of leveling on Saber Lily, like two skill level ups, like from 2 to 4. The first one, that's it. I'm trying to actually maybe level up my Bazet a bit more because it is a chore getting this up. So I've been leveling some of these, but not too much success. We'll see. We'll get there eventually. I don't have any characters that I really want to level up right now, so I'm just kind of like waiting. Also, wait, is the chat box enabled up there? It should be. We'll see. The third lost belt. Finally, it's time. We finally arrived to China. Okay, it is. Nice. So let me do this so I can see more of your chats. You bought out the shop? Should. Let me do this before I forget. I saw that the 24 million download shop is up, but I have not bought it out yet. Here we go. 5-star EXP, yes sir. 4-star EXP. I'm down. It's gonna come in handy. The 4s might as well, right? 300 prisms, that's fine. I'm gonna run out of 4s sooner rather than later, so might as well. And these ones, I probably should buy them as well, but it's fine. I'll do it maybe later. I'm not sure whether I should be buying those or not. Jalter C available now. You can hit MO. You can MOB it. Wait. Whoa. Jalter. Wait. Are you talking about the good one? The really good one. The knight. Oh my god. Hello? I don't see it. Am I blind? Maybe it's locked. Is it locked? Also, wait, why is this still available here? Hello? Any knowers? New menu in shop. Go down more in the shop main page. Huh. Remember essence. Oh! This is a banger of a CE. This is... Wow. Wow! Sanzan coming to the west. Gudako? Nice. And is that David and Shuan? Is that David? It kind of looks like David. Wow. And then we have Ushi here. Yup. I don't think any of the other ones here are really... I mean, this one's obviously great. But apart from that, I even now, compared to the Holy Night Supper, even that one's mid. This one is just so good. Okay, I'm probably gonna wait a tiny bit more, but since it's not limited, and I'm gonna buy it in a bit. Okay, let's go. China time. The third lost belt. Oh, wait, let me also bring up the boss fight so that I know when we're fighting bosses. It's Act 2, Arrow 1 and 2 is the first boss, so soon. Loro soon. MPR guaranteed. Nice. What do you mean? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's just not cool. You say you thought you had a dream? That it might have been some kind of sign? And that absurd reasoning has you drinking poison from a chalice. So you think it's foolish too, huh? My wife said the same thing. His Imperial Majesty himself gave me this poison. All I need to do is drain it in a single gulp, and I'll displease him no more. Oh god, they're gonna speak like this? Okay. I've slain too many for one in my position. You might say I've outlived my usefulness. I don't understand. None of this would have happened if not for how petty the Emperor is. How can you be willing to lay down your life for a man like that? You may not see any sense in it, but this is simply what it means to be a warrior. Once I heard you were going to die, I had to come and ask. Say the word, and I'll see everyone who toyed with your destiny, who forced this hollow loyalty upon you, drown in a sea of their own blood. Damn, okay. And this is not his wife? This is just a person? Haha! I'm honored you're so angry on my behalf. It's more than I deserve, and I'll admit that I do have my share of regrets. Whoa. Ooh, okay. But at this point, I've truly come to believe this is a fitting end to the life of Gao Changgong. I don't understand. The way you talk of life and death makes no sense whatsoever. But then, I suppose I could never understand, as that is a concept that's never had meaning to me. Ah, yes. That's true, isn't it? Perhaps, if anything, I should be the one begging you for forgiveness. After all, the peace I'll attain in death will be forever beyond your reach. Damn, okay. The peace I'll attain in death will be forever beyond your reach, okay. Perhaps I'm jealous. Jealous of your death, and of the brilliance of your life leading up to it. You're too kind. I assure you, I know no more of death's secrets than you do. Even should I learn them now, they'll soon be lost to darkness. I really like how this is written, by the way. This is so cool. Do you have any last wishes? Good question. If I could wish for something beyond my own death, it would be to someday see you again. And this is not his wife? Hello? Hello? What? My wife said the same thing. Okay, I see you. Haha. I suppose such a wish must sound completely absurd. Not necessarily. I've seen the likes of you shatter more daunting barriers. They're just very good friends. I've seen them tame lightning, cure plagues, and even change the course of rivers. I cannot say how long it'll take, but eventually, the day may come when those bound by mortal lives learn to reach beyond even death. I can't wait for Kwenska to be called a Daji, by the way. Surely it's gonna happen, since she's here in China. Should such a day come to pass, if I'm lucky enough to be there to see it, then I shall recall your final wish. Huh, you don't know how happy I am to hear that. In all my 33 years of life, there's nothing I've treasured more than your presence. Oh. 33, huh? Ooh. Oh, that's a cool intro, by the way. That's cool. Reality space anchor attached. Reality verification complete. Proper human history resemblance. A. Lost belt death. E. Oh, okay. Establishing Shadow Buddha's existence within Lost Belt. 0 cellular return successful. I'm glad we had another emergence that went so smoothly. How are you feeling, senpai? I know the poison isn't causing you any pain right now, but I also heard you're not feeling entirely yourself. I'm fine. Just a little short of breath, that's all. So cold symptoms are the worst of it for you, are they? Must be nice. I'll have you know, I used to have asthma when I was a young lad. But after I read the memoirs of a great bodybuilder, actor, and politician who once suffered from the same disease, I followed his example and overcame it with rigorous training. Though sadly, I don't have his muscle to show for it. My point, young man, is that all you need is gumption. This is no time to let your fears get the better of you. Yeah, I must say, it's almost encouraging to see our commander so energetic despite his poisoning. Who asked? Yep. You still got plenty of time to find a cure, and God is a mage, so he's pretty well accustomed to dire threats like this. I'm sure he is. Now, let's see what things look like outside. 18 degrees Celsius, 30% humidity, gentle breeze, no unusual magical energy readings.
Looking out the window right now, and it looks like a field. I gotta say, I'm almost creeped out by how normal it seems here compared to the other two lost belts. I'm not quite sure what to make of it.
Are there any hostiles outside?
Not according to our instruments. So it looks like it's safe. Why don't we all go see for ourselves?
Yes, let's go outside. Nice, nice. Is this really the Chinese lost belt?
Latitude and longitude don't lie. We're standing right at 32 degrees, 40 minutes north. 110 degrees, 50 minutes east.
Okay.
In proper human history, this would be Xi'an, a major city with a population of 3.4 million people.
Okay. Oh, Xi'an. My bad.
Well, this is certainly not a city, but it doesn't look like untamed wilderness either.
Perhaps it's a wheat field, or the like. Admittedly, it would be an extraordinarily large one.
I recognize the smell in the air here. This is my homeland. And yet, I have no memory of this strange landscape. How confusing and depressing. It seems I am useless as a guide for you, after all.
Oh, looks like we have to get a different one.
Hey, don't worry about it. All bets are off when it comes to lost belts. Besides, we have a much bigger role for you to play than just a guide.
Translator!
For the moment, I've picked up a ley line only a kilometer or so away from here.
Keep the GLaDOS? Yeah.
Between that and how surprisingly safe this area looks to be, I'd say we're off to a pretty good start. Now, what do you say we take the shadow border over to the ley line and set up a summoning circle?
Get it? I'll go warm up the engine then. You can never be too prepared for combat in these lost belts.
It's time to sound like Heimerdinger.
Okay, the ley line's right around that well. Go ahead and park it here. It certainly doesn't look like a dangerous area, but something feels off. True, if anything, it's so peaceful. And considering how expensive this farmland is, it's weird that we haven't seen a single piece of agricultural machinery. The buildings here seem a little crude too. Yeah, I've never seen anything quite like them before. Though I guess you could say they kind of look like collective housing.
You mean like an apartment building?
That's right. Although I'm not sure building is the right word for that, structure. all that ground they leveled and they're still living in the holes? It's like something out of the Stone Age. Maybe civilization never really developed in this world. Oh, there's some people headed this way. Shall we try talking to them?
Yes, but do be careful. I doubt they pose any threat to us, but we cannot afford being seen as a threat either. Okay, I way prefer this kind of setup to the world than in LB2, where we spent like an hour in the freaking Shadow Border just talking about what might be happening outside and stuff like that. I really like the way that we're actually going out and trying to figure out what's happening. This is way more engaging. Who the hell are these people? And what are they doing on our field? Or in our field?
Look at their weird clothes. Do you think they might be foreigners?
Foreigners? Here, does that mean they came from that strange storm then? Hurry up and call the supervisor. Maybe he'll know what to do. Urbachi knows his stuff, yeah.
At least the translators seem to be working fine. According to a linguistic analysis,
Of course.
they're speaking Middle Chinese, a language that predates the Song Dynasty.
Okay.
Conversation is a good starting point. However, we have frightened them. This pattern is not good.
Hey, did you really see foreigners?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're right over there. See for yourself, supervisor. They just popped up in my field out of nowhere. They were hiding around the weird box. They wear really strange clothes. And I think they've got weapons too.
Ah, crap. I don't like where this is going. Delivery man, help us out here before things turn violent. Tell them this is just a big misunderstanding. If Holmes tries to explain, he'll just make things worse.
What's wrong with my explanations? We come here in peace. We mean you no harm. Ah, he talked! Like I'm an alien. If you don't mean any harm, then why'd you show up in the middle of the field dressed like that? Go on, supervisor. Get rid of them for us before they ruin any more wheat. You got it.
they've all taken up weapons. Now what do we do?
I'm the foreign god. True. It seems their rather bare-bones lifestyle has not lent itself to open minds. I'm afraid we'll need to pacify them before we can begin negotiations.
Is now really the time for detached analysis, Holmes? Can't you use charm on them or something?
Gordy's the only one of us who can use charm spells. Well, he says he can anyway. And even if he's telling the truth, he's still comfortably holed up inside the border right now.
It'd be best to summon a servant with a powerful innate charm skill, but that will require access to the ley line, which we don't have yet. It would seem we cannot avoid this battle. Fortunately, our opponent should be willing to listen once they get this out of their system. Well, this would be an ideal situation for my Baritsu. I'm afraid I'll have to sit this one out.
Oh, right. You still haven't fully recovered yet. Guess you got no choice then. Nash, Nisha, go ahead and fight them if that's what they want. Just make sure not to harm any of them. Understood. I also would like to avoid excessive force. I will be careful. Yes! We'll do as great gentlemen do, in the true spirit of Baritsu.
Let's go. Ikuzo. Ooh! Not usable due to poison. I see, so they've sealed my master skill. Okay. This is just gather, remove debuffs, great. MP gauge, how much? Not enough. You're resistant, right? Cool. Nice.
損傷警部
Oh, look at this.
リロードあれ示弾装填します
Him. And
捉えまし
didn't crit, but it's fine.
た状況終了排熱そして充電に移行しますねマスター
I see. So you got into a fight almost the instant you left the border.
Yes, I'm afraid we ended up in a standoff with the locals. At least you got them to back down for now.
Well, thanks to your and Asia's efforts not to harm them. They do appear to understand that our intentions are not violent now. Sure? Are you sure about that? They're currently monitoring us from what I suppose they consider a safe distance. It seems they have their own responsibilities to tend to.
Correct. No signs of reinforcements. We are safe for the moment.
I see. So you managed to avoid provoking them. I'm relieved to hear they're sharp enough to realize we're only lost travelers trying to get their bearings. Although, what about the servants? You said we can summon more once we're able to use the ley line, right?
Da Vinci's outside preparing a summoning circle right now. I think she's run into some kind of trouble though. Hey guys, I'm setting everything up right now. Just give me a minute to work out the kinks. Sure, I ran into a little trouble, but don't worry. It's the kind I'm used to.
Hey, Da Vinci, are you sure it's okay to hook this weird machine up to Mesh's shield? It looks super shady. In fact, it doesn't even look like it was made on Earth.
Oh right, that's the booster Shion lent me. Get this. A single one lets you manifest a spirit origin equivalent to 3 servants. She called it, a whatchamacallit cell.
A spirit one cell. What's it called? Oh. It's a single-use cell, and we only have one? Wait, do we get many of them? We only got one booster? Oh.
Unfortunately, they burn out after a single use, but we're not gonna be stingy with delivery mat and Gordy's lives at stake. Alright, now I just need to stand by in base state. As soon as we get a response from the servant side, I'll kick it to its excited state so we can start the summoning. There we go, now it's just a matter of time. As long as the servant has some connection to you, delivery mat, I'm sure they'll answer your summon, last belt or not.
Just 3 gacha rolls. True. I see. Well done, technical advisor. In that case, you can start by summoning a skilled caster capable of brainwashing these barbarians en masse. This is an emergency, and an urgent one at that. We need to start making progress, post-haste. Are you alright with that course of action, Mr. Delivery Man? Easy there, Director. Let's just calm down. Calm down? How can I calm down when I'll be dead in a matter of days? And have you forgotten? This concerns you too. You know, maybe it's better if we don't listen to Gordolf while he is sick. He is acting on emotion. Regardless, the summoning will take time. It would be in our best interest to negotiate while that proceeds. Sometimes, Mr. Gordolf, there's something to be said about something to be said for not letting sleeping dogs lie. Alright then. Who's going to lead these amicable negotiations? Delivery Mat already tried and failed, remember? Were we going to find an angel with a smile? Cherubic? Enough to win over those barbarians? Oh, poor Da Vinci. That's the story we're going with?
That's right. We're just poor helpless travelers who lost our way.
Oh, you poor thing. That must have been so hard.
We didn't mean to ruin your field, I promise. Do you think you could forgive us?
The puppy eyes? Oh, don't worry about that. We can always tell it again. Well, hell, just getting to talk to such a pretty girl as you kind of makes me... Calm down, sir. Makes me want to till the field again more than ever. Okay, that's fine.
Da Vinci really is a force to be reckoned with, isn't she? She's not technically lying, but she's not exactly being truthful either.
She's a demon with the face of an angel.
Just look at those men falling all over themselves. That outsider's got them twisted around her little finger.
You're right. Absolutely.
How can they possibly trust any of those foreigners after the beating they gave the poor supervisors?
Yes, correct. We just beat them up and then we're like, sorry, we're just poor little travelers. Aha. I do beg your pardon about that, ma'am. Please, allow me to apologize for trampling on your fields as well. I only hope you can believe me when I say that we truly do want nothing more than to resolve this matter peacefully. We get to defend our designer's honor. Yeah. Unfortunately, the truth is that we have lost our way and are uncertain as to where we are. I'm so terribly sorry to impose, but could you please tell us about this place? You're the only hope we have.
We are? Well then, I suppose he ought to step up. True. I mean, if a man this handsome needs our help, the least we can do is hear him out, right?
Holmes has its looks if nothing else.
Agreed. I do not know why we thought earlier. Well, the important thing is that we've reached a peaceful resolution.
It looks like they were also just scared more than malicious. They seem to be good people at heart.
By the way, Da Vinci, what was the trouble you ran into with the Spirit Origin graph earlier?
An excellent question, Holmes. Glad to see you're paying attention to the important bits.
What? I thought you'd already resolved the issue with... the issue with the summoning servants.
Less resolved and more worked around. I still don't know what the problem really was. This Lost Belt's nothing like either Russia or Scandinavia. I tried using the ley line here to connect to this Lost Belt's Throne of Heroes, but I didn't get any response.
Okay, interesting. None whatsoever.
There's nothing wrong with the equipment, or so whatever the problem is, it has something to do with this world. Granted, the odds were always low that a heroic spirit from this Lost Belt was going to be eager to help us, so I wasn't counting on that. But it's still odd that there'd be no answer at all, right, Holmes?
Indeed.
So I just dropped that idea and switched back to trying to summon from Chaldea Spirit Origin Graph.
Yeah?
Now we're just waiting for Heroic Spirit to respond to our call.
Oh, okay.
In fishing terms, we've baited our hook and cast our line. All there is for us to do now is to be patient. What could be going on, Senpai?
Maybe it means there's no one there? No heroes in this world, huh? No one deemed worthy to be in the Throne of Heroes, but... considering this started happening in like, what? 210 BC, was it? There should be heroes from our Age of Gods and stuff. Interesting. I have no idea.
Honestly, even though my genius once again carried the day, I really don't know what happened there. What I do know is that the connection to the Throne of Heroes is just that, a connection, and it doesn't exist in this Lost Belt ley line. could also be that our definition of what a heroic spirit is doesn't match this, Lost Belts.
Maybe that's the case, actually, yeah. If the definition of a heroic spirit is changed, then... Yeah, that could explain it.
Definition of heroic spirit.
And what exactly do you mean by that? This is a fascinating phenomenon, one that no doubt gets to the heart of this Lost Belt's true nature. But right now, we have nothing more than speculation. We need to collect more evidence before we can begin drawing any conclusions.
Oh, that sounds like you already have a pretty good idea what's going on, Holmes.
No heroes are needed in a world without troubles? Not necessarily, because a lot of heroic spirits are like writers and stuff like that, who aren't necessarily helping out with trouble and stuff, right? They're just like inspiring people, and those qualify to be heroes in our Throne of Heroes. Even though they didn't like necessarily resolve trouble. I do have a hypothesis, but a good detective only shares their deductions once they're supported by clear and undeniable evidence. Iskandar was the trouble himself. Ugh. Come on. Whoa, that was a lot of lag. Wow. Okay, we made it though. We made it. Oh my... That's fine. At least she's neutral here. And means even writers are missing. Yep, true. The air is so clean there, or here.
It is, isn't it? It feels like forever since I was last able to breathe this easily. Since in the other Lost Belts, the border was the only safe place we could go. Oh, I almost forgot we have the Chaldea base now too.
Do you have boss battles open? Yes, section 2, arrow 1 and 2.
Oh, I almost forgot we have the Chaldea base now too. Anyway, being surrounded by a natural landscape like this really feels like... Huh? What's that up in the sky above us, Senpai?
Uh-oh. It's a hole in the sky. Oh, this. It's just a normal crack in the sky, don't worry about it. It looks like some kind of streak.
I didn't notice it during the night, but that's definitely strange, right? I guess it must be normal here, since none of the locals seem to be taking any notice of it. Da Vinci still has them all practically enthralled. So hey, what's the name of this era?
Hera? What's that?
I was mostly just wondering what year it was.
Well, I'm turning 72 this year. 72! We all start working when we turn 5, and I've planted these fields 17 times now, so that adds up, right? What? Do they have a different perception of time? Oh, 22. Don't worry about it. I was like 72.
Thanks. I was thinking more along the lines of a calendar though.
Okay.
It's time to plant the seeds and harvest the last crops, of course. You can tell by the moon, you see?
How do you even read that? I don't know. I just skim over it. Well, let's try this then. What's the foremost leader of the world right now? Leader! Oh my god! Today is gonna be a crazy day. Leader. Who's the foremost leader in the world right now? Why, that'd be the most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor, of course. Of course, the Heavenly Emperor. What is this Emperor's name? Name? Why, most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor, of course. You might as well ask me what the Sun and Moon are called. The name's right there.
Well, where might we find this emperor then?
In the capital. Where else?
Where's that?
They say it's way, way off in that direction.
Have you ever been there?
Me? Why would I ever go there? We only worship from afar with gratitude. None of us would exist without most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor's blessing, after all.
Huh?
What's up, Mash? Foremost ladder.
Senpai, do you smell that?
Oh, sorry about that. That's me. Are you talking my eau de cologne? I did switch to my more wild American brand after we got here.
No, I don't mean that. It's less of a human scent and more beastly.
Oh, does it smell like a horse?
This presence. No mistake. Bloodthirsty creatures are headed this way.
What's that thing? Ah, there's another one over there.
What the? There's a Krishat, like we saw in Russia. What are they doing here?
What? We can figure that out later, Da Vinci. Right now, we need to evacuate the villagers. Huh. Bro, did Koyanskaya bring some of the creatures with her? One of two. MP.
示弾装填それはいこれや
Pop. And didn't crit. BG.
損傷警備
Come on, man. Let's get some stars.
ブーストストラこれならまだバーニア突撃しますここで確実に損傷警備
98. You love to see it. The fuck is this? Oh, brother. What the fuck am I looking at
リ
here?
ロードリノン使用
Also, I took away the stars from MASH. Well, it is what it is.
あれはいこれはっ照準捉えました
Nice. What does Neja even do? All enemies?
必殺あれ
Just in
示弾
case.
装填
Let's
し
play
ま
the
す
damage.
宝具開封東映戦術式目3回転で7泊無産これすなわち火戦争炎上
Bop.
V
These guys just giga died. Her logo around their shoulders. Oh. Interesting. Interesting.
Hostiles eliminated. That's sad.
This is from the Russian Lost Belt.
I can't believe we're seeing creatures from an entirely different Lost Belt here. This is too bizarre to be a coincidence.
You there? Have you ever seen creatures like this before? No way! I've never seen a monster like that in my life! Me neither. The worst things we've seen until now were the wild boars the supervisors used to chase off. If we'd ever run into these things before, we'd probably be dead now.
Don't worry, we'll help you for as long as you're here.
Speaking of that, we need to go. Bye, guys.
It's the least you can do to make up for ruining your field, right, Master?
But this might have something to do with us. Where's Daji? What are you two saying? We didn't come here to service this village as bodyguards. I mean, he is also right in that one. No, Miss Kirillite is correct. Those creatures should not be present here. If they have made a sudden appearance, we should investigate it.
How are you feeling, delivery man?
Just a little short of breath.
Great. Your vital signs are all looking good too. So your condition is definitely not too serious just yet. We still gotta keep a close eye on it, of course. But I don't think we need to worry too much just now.
I must say, you're looking a tad pale, Commander. Are you sure you won't lie down in the command room? Oh, be quiet. I just have a little heartburn from eating too much cake, that's all. I'm in perfectly good health, I'll have you know. Health. If a third-rate mage can handle this poison without a problem, then of course I can too.
That aside, we're still no closer to getting our bearings, even here with the locals sharing.
Okay. Our first order of business is gathering as much information as possible. Otherwise, we have no way of knowing where to even begin. Where to begin? How about we begin with finding Koyanskaya, like we originally planned? A fair point. I sincerely doubt she came here she came here on a lark. Very well then. How do we track her down? We'll never find her if we merely walk around without a plan after all. Given that this is the last bout, we know there must be a crypter guarding its Tree of Emptiness somewhere.
And just like in Scandinavia, this last belt tree doesn't seem to be visible.
Yes, that concerns me too. The Russian tree was so large as to be visible from hundreds of kilometers away. The fact that we cannot see it here means that it must be disguised, as it was in Scandinavia. And that, in turn, means this Lost Belt's king understands that it is something best kept hidden.
Of course, if they so wished, a fairy of sage could make a mountain disappear with relative ease.
I really don't want to imagine going up against someone like that, but given everything so far.
Indeed, even if we were to capture Koyanskaya today, we cannot simply leave this Lost Belt behind. As long as it exists, it remains a threat to proper human history. Sooner or later, we'll need to face the cryptid responsible for it. All the more reason for us to hurry along with our investigation. You're all being far too generous, agreeing to be this village's bodyguards. I mean, I can understand how scared those villagers would be if the Krishat were to suddenly attack again, but... I assure you, Mr. Gordolf, this is all part of our investigation. What was that? It's safe to assume that those hostile creatures are the same type of demonic beast we fought in Russia. Think back to when we first learned about them. The creature had demonic beasts that originated in the Russian Lost Belt and possessed numerous characteristics that let them survive in its frigid environment. But this Lost Belt is far too warm for such creatures.
Oh, now I get it. So that's why Mash and Deliverment agreed to help.
Right, this has everything to do with us. The fact that those creatures showed up in a different Lost Belt can only mean that someone brought them here.
I wonder who. Indeed, someone who can come and go between Lost Belts as they please. Since we can of course eliminate ourselves as suspects, that only leaves one possibility. Tamamovich Koyanskaya, we're calling her that as well now? We don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. We only heard Gordolf call her that twice, and that's it. Precisely. A most astute interjection, Mr. Delivermet. Watson would have been proud. Finding Koyanskaya remains our priority, but at the moment, we have far too little information to act on. If anything, the creature's disappearance is our only real lead so far. We cannot afford to overlook it.
Huh? Hey, can I just say something?
It means she's a Tamo face, yeah.
I sent out a surveillance drone toward the capital and discovered something interesting.
Oh? Was there an actual city out that way?
I tried zooming in and cleaning up the long-range footage as best as I could, and well, it's easier if you just take a look.
Show us. What the fuck? Is that the tree? What the fuck is this? Huh? What the hell? It looks kind of epic. It looks like a biblically accurate angel. Sick.
For once, I'm genuinely at a loss for words. So much for civilization ever developing here. If they've got the science or engineering know-how to build a metropolis like this, then they've come far farther technologically than we thought. I mean, there's not a single support column holding this thing up, so they obviously figured out how to make it float. And since it's clearly no giant air bladders or the like, since it's clearly no giant air bladders or the like, I've got to wonder just how the hell they're making something that heavy float. Perhaps Magecraft is used openly here. Either that, or they really have advanced scientifically to the point where they can control gravity. In the latter case, they would be well ahead of proper human history, at least in terms of technology. Oh, and while I was at it, I got some footage of that weird, perfectly straight line in the sky too. There it is at max magnification.
Oh. It looks like, what's that Chinese servant? The Chinese servant with the 5-star guy. I don't remember. What is this thing?
Well, for starters, it's about 2,000 kilometers above us, so it's just barely in low orbit. By my estimates, it's more than 5 kilometers wide. And that's not even the best part. It stretches along the entire observable sky in the Lost Belt. Wow.
And how come we couldn't see it before entering this Lost Belt? If it's 2,000 kilometers up, that's gotta put it above the storm clouds, right?
That must mean that the Lost Belt's border prevent anything within from being seen, storm or no.
Something along those lines, Matt, yeah. Peacock? Yeah, the peacock one, that's it. That's a good descriptor.
Anything built during their history, no matter how big it might be, is impossible to observe from the outside. Forget measuring size and mass. From the outside, there's no way to even know it exists at all.
Okay.
Even now that we can observe it, I have no idea what it is, or what it is for. If the people of this world built it themselves, it raises even more questions.
That's it, Kev, that's it.
And I'll say, how can something like that exist when life in this farming village is so primitive?
I kept flying the drone around in every direction, but I didn't see any other buildings or structures even remotely close to the scope of the capital. East, west, north, south, it was nothing but fields everywhere I looked.
Seriously? Man, I can't tell if this place is way ahead of proper human history or way behind it.
Whatever is taking place here, and it no doubt stems from this world's deviation from proper human history. Da Vinci, I just can determine the capital's latitude and longitude from here. What happens when you map it to the China we know? Is there a record of a capital city dating back to a well-known dynasty there? Oh, you already figured that out. I want to keep you all in suspense a little longer. I can certainly understand the desire for a dramatic reveal for your information. Under the present circumstances, however, I'm afraid we're reliant on you for all such inquiries, so please, give us your information now. Yeah, you made your point. Based on its distance from the proper human history... from our present location, it corresponds to proper human history, Xianyang Prefecture.
Okay.
Xianyang, isn't that...
Indeed, it dates back to the Qin dynasty.
Qin? That was way before the Three Kingdoms era, wasn't it? Does that mean it even predates Xiang Yu and Liu Bang?
Xiang Yu mentioned! Yo!
That's right. On that side, the Qin dynasty was a major empire around 2200 BC. It's known for being the dynasty of China's first emperor. It's a country ruled by the great Qin Shi Huang.
That's it, Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi Huang. Ooh. So that is Chaldea. Your enemy. Nope. Wait. Maybe?
Yes, but not only are they my sworn enemy, they also command a threat to the safety of your empire.
Yes. Okay, that's Qin Shi Huang. Ooh, the OC is really good.
Namely, heroic spirits.
We see. Indeed. We're quite surprised when you first told us of them. You said this master can summon an army of great heroes from the past, correct? We find this difficult to credit indeed. Interesting the way that they're talking about themselves in plural. We're certain you would not lie to us, but how could a few mere soldiers ever hope to overturn our eternal reign? We cannot even imagine the possibility. Ooh!
You underestimate heroic spirits at your peril. Those whose souls are offered to the counterforce are given tremendous power to ensure the continuation of humanity. Trust me when I say that a single servant is easily the equivalent of 1,000 ordinary soldiers.
So this Alaya you spoke of. Wow, they're mentioning Alaya? You said it is the sum of total human consciousness. This sounds like pure nonsense to us. Is this the manner of thing you simply cannot accept in your own world?
You make an excellent point, Your Imperial Majesty. My world was more chaotic and less complete than yours.
It must have been. Is something so preposterous as resurrecting the dead heroic spirits to fight in one's place is considered normal? We cannot help but wonder how a world where such things were necessary to maintain order could have lasted. The localizators confirmed it. It's the royal we. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense now that I think about it, because it is like the Imperial Majesty and stuff like that. We cannot help but wonder how a world where such things were necessary to maintain order could have lasted. Yeah? Okay. Wearing a chipa with a bit of a cutout? I see. Egyptskaya. God damn.
I must warn you too, Your Imperial Majesty. The Master of Chaldea is an enemy you can't afford to ignore.
Ah, right. We had forgotten that you are from the same world as Akta. Kominskia.
My name's Koyanskaya, Your Imperial Majesty. Do you think you could try to remember this time?
Shuan. Watch your tongue when you're speaking to the Emperor, Vetch. No matter. These visitors come from a world beyond their domain. Of course our customs would elude them.
Thank you, Your Imperial Majesty. I do understand that you might find it rude and presumptuous of me to warn one so omnipotent as you. But the fact is, Chaldea has already brought strange creatures with them that threaten your people's safety. This poses quite a problem for your quarantine as well. Surely you don't want them to get away with this. Please, Your Imperial Majesty. If you merely wait for them to reveal their true barbaric nature, it'll be too late.
If this is so important to you, then why have you not done something about it yourself? You command these servant puppets as well, do you not?
Yes, I do. If you would forgive me for disturbing your eternal paradise, I can summon one right now.
Very well. Show us exactly what these warriors from another world are capable of.
Yes, your Imperial Majesty.
Bob? Ah, yes, the banger OST, the LB1.
This Emperor is much more laid back than I thought. I expected a bit more eagerness to take down the threats to their empire. I had hoped for the same. Nothing ever seems to go as planned with the Emperor, but oh well, that isn't going to change. Well, sorry I ended up having to do all the work in consequence. I do hope it won't make you too long to finish them off. Is that all you have to say for yourself? After all the trouble you've caused. Please don't glare at me like that, Acta. You're gonna make me cry. We're on the same side in all of this. Besides, isn't the Master of Chaldea every kid a sworn enemy? Of course. You could have lured them to any of the other territories, and any of them would have made sure to finish him off. I would go as far as to say any of them would be a better pick for this kind of work than me. So why did you have to bring them to China? They're only here because they were following you, right? Thank you so much for that. Ah, don't be so hard on yourself, Acta. I really thought you would be the best fit for the job, seeing how you're so good at defense and all. You see, I actually tried to assassinate him as a favor to Beryl. But I'm afraid things didn't exactly go as planned. See, the poison I used is called Chen Shui Ming Mai, and well, I don't suppose you already know what it is, do you? You're unbelievable.
Your favorite guy, Battle, the GOAT.
So you do know about it. You're one smart cookie, aren't you?
The least condescending person.
In that case, you can see where this is going, right? Including what they'll try to do to find an antidote. Koenskaya, did you do this on No, I didn't. This time, I only had about 10% of a plan. That's why I wasted no time coming to warn you, Acta. I wanted to take responsibility, see? I mean, Chaldea's got the world's greatest inventor and greatest detective on their side now, right? I knew it wouldn't take them long at all to figure out where the poison came from. So I thought instead of wasting time trying to sweep this under the rug, it would be much better to fortify our defenses now.
Sounds like a shit plan, but she looks great in that cheap pal, so I'll forgive her. Sure. Stick to your word, which is gonna expect some crazy battle clays in the future. Hell yeah. I didn't know that the battle was gonna be that hated. I just thought that I like the way that he speaks.
So here I am, warning you about the danger and taking responsibility. It's not like you and I are complete strangers, right? So I thought I could help you out with getting rid of Chaldea. Besides, we're both misanthropic outcasts. It didn't make sense for us to join forces, don't you think? Sure. That much I know we have in common. But that still doesn't explain why you brought these dangerous pets of yours along. Pets? Perish the thought. There's that dignity, at least as far as wild animals go.
I'm sure Battle talking about his manhunt and whatever is just, you know, it's just him being silly. It's nothing bad.
So you didn't order them to go around killing people? Oh, of course not. Why would I rob myself of the pleasure of torturing and killing humans? No, they're just doing their best to survive and find food in an environment they're not used to. Don't you find that far more endearing than a bunch of defanged livestock like that this nation's people. That's not the problem. And you know it. How could you set demonic beasts from another Lost Belt loose here? If the Emperor finds out you're the one responsible for them, you'll find yourself in real trouble. Well, Dad, you might say that it's just a part of life, a lifelong project for me. Don't worry, I promise I won't make any trouble for you. You have your own life's work you've devoted yourself to, don't you, Acta? So, I think we'll both be happier if we just stay out of each other's way. Fine. What's done is done after all. There's no way I'm letting Chaldea mess up my nice, stable Lost Belt. Don't you dare go easy on them, Saber.
Oh, Langling? Langling? I see.
As you wish, Master. I promise I won't let you down. Huh? When did you summon him? I can tell he's got a beautiful face underneath that mask too. No fair, Acta. How come you're the only one who gets certified hottie working for them? For her?
Why are you blushing?
That's not why he's here. Oh, shut up already, you damned fox.
Prince of Langling. Wait, we're going into a boss fight now, right? Interesting. And that's an early boss. What? Oh, okay. Okay, I thought we were going here already. Oh, that looks kind of cool. It's like a huge egg with wings. Nice. Let me see. I saw some things with... Okay. Localization is hard. Act 2. Arrow 1, Arrow 2. Speedrunning truly. I don't have the wheels open. Let me see. Zeno sent them to me. I'm guessing we're just using the normal wheel. And then let me do... Surely I'm not gonna... Wait, let me... Oh my god, this wheel looks sick. We have a new... we're using a different site. Thank Zeno for this. We're using a different site. Am I... Yeah, that's fine. This site is not rigged. You thought. You thought. Let's see. I'm not even gonna change scene. I'm just gonna stay on this scene and see what happens. Okay, survey says... It's been so long. It has been so long since we used the wheel. Only male servants? No! What will I do without my Bacastoria? Oh wait, let me do the class one as well. I have to open that. Stop. Raida? What are we even fighting? I didn't even see. Rider. It says Rider. You guys can't hear it because you have no audio from the site, but it says Rider. Okay. Sick. We're fighting. Okay, it's question mark. Eternal Empire. These new wheels look sick. They do. Thanks Zeno for it. Thank you, Zeno. Okay. No male servants. No, only male servants. And Rider. Did you hear the sound from the normal one? I'll be honest, I did not. I don't know what it said. I'm gonna see in the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna see in the next one. I guess it's gonna be probably Uzi then. I was gonna say it could be Ushi, but then I remembered it couldn't be Ushi. It could be Astolfa. Well, Astolfa, according to FGO, is a question mark, right? So... It could be Nemo. Do you think we're near the sea? Surely. Surely we're near the sea. 源の義経 surely male. You're always near the sea if you try hard enough. Sure, I'm down. Okay, let's see. Let's make a team. Let's make a male-only team now. Oh, okay, my boy. Where's my other boy? My boy. And then my boy. Okay, we're gonna be running out of cost real fast here. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need supports. Yeah, we don't need supports. Who needs supports? Okay, dude, I need another Meridian. Is that what it's called even? Yeah, Meridian. I need another Meridian. I swear I did not get a single Meridian apart from this one, these 5. That's it. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bruh. Sure. This one's fine here. I just need to nerf this one down to a 3-star or whatever. The problem with Arjuna is he needs his MP. Like, he really likes his MP, so... And this is... yeah. Wait, I can't even do that. Fuck. Okay. Then let me change to... Surely Sugitani is considered the male. He considers himself a male. He calls himself in as a guy. Surely. I have a feeling you guys wouldn't like that. Check his bio. Wait, that's not enough. Oh, fuck. This is not MLB'd, bro. Why is that not MLB'd? That's fine. I'm sure Canis loves having spawned as a woman. Fair. Okay, this team should be fine. What the fuck is this? Okay. 0 supports because we don't need them.
Qin Shi Huang, the Emperor of Qin.
Qin Shi Huang, you say? Don't you think that's a little too far-fetched? Qin Shi Huang is from the BC era. How could he possibly still be alive in 2020?
Well, normally you'd be right, but are you forgetting the Tsar we just recently fought, who had been living for around 500 years? So, is it really such a stretch that a Chinese emperor might have managed to survive over 2,000 years?
The Qin Empire had a legal system, standardized units of measurement, paper money. It was very much ahead of its time in many ways. China would go on to see the rise and fall of many other great dynasties. But when it comes to making progress as a civilization, such instability is unhelpful. If Qin had remained as a sole power in China, no doubt it would have reached a point where it would easily swallow up neighboring countries, which could in turn have sped up humanity's overall progress considerably.
Yep. I could easily see that happening if someone like Qin Shi Huang had been able to keep on ruling. In fact, he actually spent a lot of his later years searching for a way to achieve immortality.
Okay.
Qin collapsed due to political instability after Qin Shi Huang's death, right?
In which case, Qin Shi Huang somehow succeeded at becoming immortal in this country, much like how even the Terrible did so by becoming a Yaga. It would theoretically be possible for China to skip all of its years of instability and civil war and go straight to modernization.
That could definitely explain how they were able to build something so huge along a satellite orbit path. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the sort of thing Qin Shi Huang wanted to build all along.
The one looking for that immortality for him is Shufu. Ooh, okay. That's fun. One thing we do know is that this nation has not seen that kind of societal change that typically accompanies scientific progress. The advancements of science inevitably makes authoritarian regimes obsolete. Oh my god. Authoritarian regimes obsolete past a certain point, but just look at that village.
Yeah, they might as well still be stuck in the BC era.
Regardless of who this most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor is, residing in Xianyang, residing in Xianyang may be, it seems clear that he has no intention of sharing the benefits of all this progress with his citizens.
Hang on. Some sort of projectile was just fired from the capital. It's headed in this direction. In fact, it looks like it's going to land right in this village.
Let's go. Is this a saber already? Oh my god, he got Changonged over here.
I can see it from here. It looks like a rocket.
I certainly hope it's not some sort of intercontinental ballistic missile. Oh, that's a benefaction. Benefaction? Yeah, the most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor uses those to grant gifts whenever there's a celebration. We know exactly where it lands, so it's perfectly safe as long as you keep your distance. Why would there be one now, though? Is today some sort of holiday?
I don't think so. And it's not an attack after all. That's a relief, but it still seems like a rough way to send a package. I'm afraid we're not so lucky. I'm seeing vital signs inside that thing, along with a magical energy signal we're all too familiar with. That's a master and their servant. No mistake. Ah!
Oh, Acta's coming here as well?
If they mean to attack us, we will respond with due force.
Oh, come on. You're telling me they're making their way in there and hearing that? That does seem like a somewhat less than ideal conveyance. It'll no doubt be a rough landing.
No problem there. Since it's a master traveling with their servant.
The servant can handle the landing.
Exactly, Delivery Matt. I knew you'd know exactly how to make effective use of a servant.
I have been there before.
Here it comes! Everyone, brace for impact!
Oh, Acta's here as well. What's up? I didn't think we'll get to meet her this early on. Like face to face. As we expected. So that is this Lost Belt scripter.
That's Acta Hinako. I see. So China's her territory. Acta! Looks like you're taking this seriously, Mesh. And here I thought I'd fight you smirking. I never do that. I take no joy whatsoever in fighting you. And then you're even more hopeless than I thought. You're no better than animals who lack a concept of shame.
She really doesn't like her. She did say she's a misanthrope, so I guess it checks out.
I feel no more animosity towards you than I do a cockroach nest before I exterminate it. Even that's more emotion than you deserve. That's terrible. Yikes. Are you really Acta Hinaka? You're nothing like you were back in Chaldea.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Da Vinci. So it's true. You really were killed. You might not believe me, but that body of yours is perfect.
Okay. Them mad best friend. What do you mean? I'm not a misanthrope.
You've achieved a realm that humans cannot reach.
Oh, because she wants to kill Mash? Actually, you know what? You might be onto something.
You have achieved a realm that humans cannot reach with their meager insight. The true new form that the intelligent aim for. I'm surprised you would make something like that, Leonardo. Humans really are just... No. As long as you're part of Chaldea, it makes you my enemy. You'll have no sympathy from me. Saber, eliminate them. Remove these eyesores from my sight. As you wish, Master. Here they come, Senpai! You're about to face Acta Hinako and her Saber. Commencing battle!
I don't remember what Lanling does. I just remember that he is very supportive and like defensive. He's not a very offensive Saber. That's wow. No break bars, Lamau in the big 25. How much? Bro, I'm short of everything because I can't even MP with this guy because I want his MP1 or like first ascension MP. I mean, I can buff it up because I feel like I can 2-turn this shit. Is this how is it 3 turns? It is. Oh. And then I can go QAB here. I can get both of them up. Actually, I can go AQB here. Yeah. Something along these lines, and then just 1-turn this puppet. Oh, it's not enough. Hit me one time.
Hit me, baby, one more
Time, nice. Yeah. Nice try. Wait, I don't even think that kills. Actually, surely it kills, right? Defense down, overcharge for strength up. Yeah, it does. Right? No, it doesn't. Bro. Bro. I mean, you're about to get smacked right now. Oh, I can use this now. I guess I'm healed. Demon threw me back to back into Big Egg. Too easy, right? Exactly.
Now I see. No wonder Ophelia and Kadok lost. You're obviously used to fighting with servants. Your experience has given you quite an edge. Master! Master, it would be foolish to continue this battle any longer. I suggest we make a temporary retreat. Then, I really underestimated them. Let's go, Saber. Yes, Master! Acta! The enemy has retreated, Master. The battle is over.
Be kind to her. As you can see, she's an absolutely incompetent master. She did not even give a break bar to her servant, Lamao. Imagine. Also, she didn't use a command spell. The easiest crypter fight, yeah.
I'm surprised they gave up so easily. Then again, Acta always was pretty decisive.
No, I'm afraid that we neither dealt her a decisive blow, nor are we able to make her show her hand.
If anything, now she knows how strong we truly are, but she is a lot stronger than she lets on. Yeah, she's a tough opponent. Looks like she wasn't kidding about exterminating us like cockroaches. She only took the direct approach this time because she thought she could wipe us out.
With this guy, we're supportive Saber. Soloing. Not even a Barghest. Lamao.
She only took the direct approach this time because she thought she could wipe us out. This just wasn't the sort of fight she wanted. She'd rather retreat and figure out a strategy that will let her win without putting in any real effort. Looks like that profile of hers saying that she was a neat freak was right in the money.
So, you went and made a great fool of yourself. We'll not laugh at you. Your whole show with the Chaldeans was interesting.
I blame no one but myself for my disgraceful performance. Still, perhaps now you at least understand the threat these invaders pose, Your Imperial Majesty.
She had the worst gacha luck. Threat. A threat, you say? Why should we feel threatened just because you retreated? Well, since your little display amused us, you may continue it. Dance, monkey, dance. In fact, you may bring 10 of our puppets with you for the second act. 10!
With all due respect, Your Imperial Majesty, if you treat this latest disaster as mere entertainment.
Remember you're fighting with Demon Pillar using Barg? Don't mock her. I'm saying that Barg is like the only Saber that would be able to solo anything. She should bring Barg. OST slaps? Hell yeah. We might say the same of you, Acta. Given the reluctance with which you engage in combat, we can only conclude that this is some sort of game to you. If you're going to fight, then fight to win. There's nothing to be gained by running away before you suffer so much as a single loss.
Understood, Your Imperial Majesty. I won't fail again.
Good. We look forward to a future showing with a bit more substance to it.
Oh, Your Imperial Majesty, you're so bad. Is this your way of punishing poor little Acta?
Is that how it seemed to you, Kuminsky?
Koyanskaya.
We see no sense in punishing her when we do not yet even think of these Chaldeans as our enemy. I like this guy. He's chill. They may have come here from another world, but it's also true of you and Acta.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true.
If these Chaldeans are here to mount an attack, we would have to suspect you two as their advance guard.
Acta and I came here to pay our respect and offer our services as soon as we arrived, Your Imperial Majesty. But the only thing Chaldea has done since they arrived is cause trouble and mayhem in your territory.
That's Natalia's second name. Kuminsky? Nice. Hey, wait, really? Is it? You think, Urobuchi wrote that in because of that.
Don't you think that sets us apart as kind of a lot?
Minska? Nice. Minsky in English? Sick. Indeed, you have a point. But is that not why Akta went after them? To school them for their poor manners? Ha ha ha. You outsiders certainly do care a great deal about etiquette. Wait, let me get some more tea before we go into the second fight. Ugh. Okay, boss. Listen to the wheel sound. Oh, thank God. That's quadruple. That's good. That's really good. It's a horse neigh. Great. What are we fighting? Saber and Rider. It's a horse neigh. Okay. Oh my God! Again? No. Caster? No, actually, give me Rider. Caster. Oh, that's great, Zeno. Oh my God. Quadcaster. At least I can use my Bacastoria and my Ash. I can use double Ash. Like, there's no way double Ash plus Bacastoria is bad. Or even actually Castoria, Ash, Bacastoria. That sounds pretty good to me, if you ask me. Bacastoria, Ash, Castoria sounds so cancer. Oh boy. Okay. Two more casters. Jesus Christ. Ptolemaeus, be here, please. Okay, now let's do what we must. This is definitely needed, and then 50 for Ptolemaeus is enough to MP turn 1. 60 is enough, like from my skill levels. I mean, it's the same with this guy though, with Hans. 30 I think is enough. I think Hans gets 70 at 9, I think. Not quadruple? No. You can make it 5 though. I think you can make it 5. I think more than 5. I don't think 6 is doable. I think 6 is gonna be rough. But I think 5 we can do. For sure. Ooh, actually I still have the MioC. That's right. I need to utilize this somewhere, right? Something like this. Meridian. You take Meridian here. Is this on 50? It is, right? Nice. And then we can do turn 1 this, and then turn 2 I use Custodia's abilities. Yeah, that sounds about right. L before I'm gonna do it. I mean, I think we probably can do all class actually. I think we can. It's doable probably. The only time where it would fuck us over is if it were like this when it was actually weak against the actual the class. But yeah, that should be fine. Not extra, maybe, yeah. What's Acta Hinako like?
Well, the last version of me wasn't too involved with Team A, so I can't speak from experience.
Mesh is gonna know best, probably, right?
But her record said she was extremely careful in every aspect of her relationship to others. That reminds me. Haddock used to say she had a personal connection to Director Marisbury.
She did?
Really? That seems to me. Then again, I could see her allowing Haddock to believe that. But why would you say that? Probably to keep the kid at arm's length, I guess. Wouldn't be shocked to hear she had similar strategies for everyone. My guess is that she was trying to cultivate a very specific image for herself among Team A. Namely, to leave the faintest impression among them. To seem neither too hostile nor too friendly.
Nona, Ria, and Bibi. What others does he have? Shufu, also, I have Bazet, I also have Rasputin. I have a bunch of them. And by a bunch, I mean that's it. Also, Eris. XX Altar I do not have.
In other words, a stalwart misanthrope.
Yes.
Well, yeah, basically. But you don't have to be quite so blunt about it, Holmes.
Chloe, yeah.
Sure, she did like to keep to herself. She did her best to avoid interacting with everyone. The main thing I remember about her is how quiet she was. I never saw her get upset or even smile.
If she wasn't curled up in a corner of her room reading, it was because she was getting new books from the library. I always felt bad about interrupting her.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure she wasn't cut out for combat at all. No matter how much aptitude she may have had for being a master. Besides, strictly on her profile, out of all the crypters, I thought she might be the only one to The only one we could maybe resolve things with peacefully.
No, she's a misanthrope. She's not gonna talk to us normally. Well, you couldn't have been more wrong. I'm still getting chills from those icy glares of hers. I've never seen such naked content in my life. The only thing that comes close is Sky's glare whenever I make a move on her after having too much to drink.
True. The Acta Hinako we just fought was nothing like the quiet girl her profile described. Her sheer hostility was...
Gordy.
No, not hostility. It was more like disgust. Either way, I've never experienced that from her. There's one thing I can remember that might help explain it.
Oh yes, I want to see what her character is all about.
It was back when we were all taking a break in the rec room. Recording. Sometime after Team A had been formed. Halleck was nursing a drink while Beryl cheered him on. Shari and David were arguing about mythology.
Of course.
Peperoncino was teasing Ophelia with some sort of joke.
Aww. Aww.
As usual, Acta was off reading by herself, refusing to participate in any of the conversations. I'm certain that whenever I looked directly at her, she always had her nose in her book. I'm sure anyone else who had been there would agree with me. But when I happened to catch a glimpse of Acta's reflection in the glass I was polishing, I realized that wasn't the case at all. She was actually just hiding her face behind the book and was in fact keeping a close watch on each of us.
Damn, she's been plotting from the beginning.
She was so guarded, almost as though she was terrified of something. But by the time I turned around to look at her, she had her nose back in the book. She went right back to pretending to read the second she sensed my eyes on her.
Interesting.
Well, that's kind of unnerving. Acta wasn't disinterested in her teammates at all. If anything, I think she was so suspicious about something that she never let her guard down. Unfortunately, I was never able to ask her why she was so afraid of her team. It seemed like a subject I should avoid at all costs. Sounds to me like she was more guarded about people in general than her teammates specifically. Maybe there was something she was trying to keep secret. We still have her background file, along with the results from her selection exam. Maybe we should take another look at it? Wanna handle that, Holmes? This sort of thing is what you detective types are all about, right? That and investigating cheating spouses, I suppose.
Or, of course. Unfaithful spouses aside, this sort of thing is indeed where a true detective shines. By all means, send the data to my workshop.
Your attention, please. I have a Da Vinci warning to make. Xianyang just fired another projectile. Doesn't look like this one was aimed at the village. But after calculating its landing point, I found it's coming from the same direction in which Acta Hinako retreated. And I'm pretty sure that means...
Reinforcements, huh?
I think so too. Of course, it'd be suicide to send normal soldiers via a rocket, so it's probably carrying weaponry. Acta's almost certainly going to try and attack us again, so we need to be ready to fight back.
Da Vinci, what about summoning more servants? I believe enough time has passed that it should be more than possible to do so.
Yep, we're all set there. In fact, I just finished the summoning right now.
You have?
Since you're going up against an empire that has stood for thousands of years and its emperor...
Mordred, Jinka, and Spartacus. Wow.
I decided to bring along 3 musketeer rebels.
That's a crazy lineup. What?
Musketeer rebels? Mordred, the rebel of the round table.
Sup, guys?
That was not the voice.
Sup, guys?
Spartacus, the liberator of the slave gladiators.
Death to all oppressors.
And Jinka, the world's foremost expert in assassinating Jin Shi Huang.
Oh, okay. So, so Jinke was the one that assassinated Qin Shi Huang? The Shadow Buddha is oppressing Spartacus' spatial dimensions. Run, sure.
Wait, what? That's how you brought me here?
The one that failed. Okay, so she's like Sugitani.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're trying to take down the Jin Empire, right? And Jin Shi Huang with it, right? You're giving me another chance to kill him, right?
A whole lot worse. No.
Oh, that's great. Really? Definitely couldn't have picked anyone better for the job. But what's with the Three Musketeers thing? You know my spirit origin. Hell, even my noble phantasm has got to be stronger than ever thanks to the fame and tradition boost. So, how come I'm getting treated like I'm second string?
Oh.
I mean, I don't have any objection to you choosing to summon me, of course. It's just...
Fame boost. Yeah, similar to Vlad during Apocrypha, huh?
pitiful.
No. We all hate oppressors here. I would be honored to fight by your side in toppling this one, heroic spirit assassin Jinka.
Hell yeah. My old man's fought Caldia a bunch of times too, you know. You said this guy's an emperor. No sweat then. I don't know what back as for the Roman province rules, but I'm sure he have plenty of chances to off him.
No fame in this last bout. Well, that's just a hypothesis so far, no?
Is it just me, or is Spartacus' inability to make sense rubbing off on Mordred?
I don't think so. I mean, true, she didn't always make the most sense in Camelot, but she was a huge help to us in London. Well, whatever. I'm just glad that I'll have allies I can count on to help me out this time. Since I finally have another chance to end Qin Shi Huang's life with my own hands, nothing else matters.
Exactly. Let us bring this oppressor to justice together.
Nobody plays king around me and lives to do it again.
Well, at least they should still be more help than Qin Wuyang was.
Yeah, 3 servants of a kind, for sure.
So, I hate to oppose on you guys so soon, but the enemy is wasting no time coming after us. There's a servant heading our way at high speed along with... Hang on, there's more of them now. This is weird. I'm seeing magical energy signals, but no vital signs.
Okay. Oh, what? Okay. Foot soldiers? No. It's, what's his name from Star Wars?
No, I can see that they aren't human. Are those puppets? Perhaps some sort of automata? Correct.
C-3PO, that's it.
They may be silent, but they're soldiers nonetheless. Thanks to them, I'm finally able to make use of my true skills as a general. Those movements, I did not want to believe it was...
Chinese coloratura from Shinjuku, true.
Be careful, Saber. It seems they've added to their ranks as well.
Hell yeah, they have. I don't know what this last bout shit's about, but this is my battlefield now. Whatever you're trying to pull, you better believe I'm gonna smash it.
Well said. From now on, you'll need to contend with the Three Musketeers.
No, none of that. Shame on you.
I like Jinka.
Yes, party really like that name.
Heroic spirits who delight in battle and bloodshed, huh? You make me sick. Make sure to finish them this time, Saber. Don't hold anything back. Very well, Master. Then I shall end this with my secret attack.
Boss fight. The last boss fight in a bit. I think the next one is gonna be then Act 6.
夏の装いですが何か
Okay.
遠慮はいりま
Oh yeah, look at this.
す見せてみなさい
Resisted damage right now. It's gonna go crazy.
十分楽しんだでしょうひと夏の戯れであればこのよう
Ugh, that's
まで
fine.
企画かと
We'll take this nice and slow.
こう
I'm also
いう
not wasting 30%
我
MP
が
charge
記憶
on
の
skill 1
底
of
より湧き出る
Astoria.
原初の瞬く最果ての極光サマープールド詰まり
Sum up. Also, no, it's fine.
そこですねこちらです
Hit my Backstoria once. Mind? I'm just gonna do this, it's
行
fine.
きます
Waste a tiny bit of charge, but it is what it is.
いいでしょう
Kill one.
救済の的
And then
確
do
線
the rest.
その最果ての幼いあなたへあなたを信じてあなたを見上げて今も私は走っています胸に宿る星の鼓動ホープビル・キャメロット
11%,
雨のように
24%.
リングクライ
And then this should kill. Yeah, even though it's resisted, crit as well. For good measure. Yeah.
待ちわびていました
How long? One turn? Bet.
お呼びですか待ちわびていましたオーケストラ目を引きましょう
And now we also... Oh my god, we're giga looping.
これ以上は必要ですかいい出来です
Just for the charge. Also, I don't have enough here, that's fine.
今のうちに準備を炎より激しく
I'm gonna wait with this one for one turn. Also, I kind of want to, even though it's gonna give me less defense down, I do kind of want to fully overcharge this one for... Wait, what can I get? This one is this one +2? 2 levels. 2... So it's 5, right? I can get MP charge 5 on this shit. Hell yeah.
いいでしょう今一度救済の技を
Hell yeah, brother.
それはいつか
I'm losing the defense down damage from Bakastoria, but it's
誰に
fine.
言われるまでもなく
Also, I'm probably not even gonna get... Like, this is not even gonna last 5 turns, let's be
ラウンド
honest.
カリバーン
This guy is not the strongest tool in the shed.
最果ての幼いあなたへあなたを信じてあなたを見上げて今も私は走っています
The double anti-enforcement.
星の鼓動ホープビル・キャメロット
For double protection. That's a lot of damage.
コールアバ我が記憶の
Imagine if
底に
anti-enforcement
湧き出る
stacked, like Sun Gods do.
原初の瞬く最果ての極
Why don't they? I feel like they need to buff anti-enforcement. Anyone with me? Anyone? No?
我が霊樹を持って命ず
Sure, go for it, man.
どうよしよし道を開けよ出陣であるこの仮面を脱ぎ乱領王の証明とする退け魔性ども
That's kind of rude. Thank God I just used all of my MP though.
はいや
Good try though. I respect it. It's 3 turns, right? On this shit. 3 turns, 1 turn invincible. Perfect.
白兵
I'm also gonna do this for the sister gathering in the top. Oh
戦
baby.
的確かと待ちわびていました
Oh baby.
虫のように焼きまし
And then crit this one as well. 60%. Surely it's a crit. Low rolling as always. Can you attack my Bakustoria, please? Bro?
Fire!
Okay, thank you.
宝具展開
Rainbow Brain Rot.
企画かぞ最果ての幼いあなたへあなたを信じてあなた
We
を
still have the double arts up,
今も私は走っています胸に宿る星の鼓動
so this should
ホ
hurt.
ープビル・キャメロット
Yeah.
仕切り直す交代せよ
今回はうまくいきました
She took that break bar comment to heart. Oh shit.
Curses! I cannot believe that even my leadership is not enough to defeat them.
Wearing a mask to boost his leadership capabilities. A level of influence over his forces borders on a curse. Jans was asking how you like Cowboy 3 so far. I like the beginning part here a lot more than the previous two Lost Belts, I would say, because it's a lot more to the point. It's a lot less just analyzing and talking about it and more like just going out and seeing it. But I do hope that we leave this area as soon as possible, because staying in one area for a long time just talking about stuff does get kind of stagnant. So we'll see. So far it's fun though. Yeah. That saber's true name is the Prince of Lanling, also known as Gao Changgong of the Northern Qi. Oh, so that's Gao Changgong. Okay. Okay, from the beginning that we saw. Who died at 33.
Saber, stand down. We're going to regroup. But we cannot win this battle after your noble phantasm failed. We need a wholly new strategy.
Another Gong. Who also supposedly had a wife, but like his homie more, yeah.
As you wish, Master. The enemy servant and Master have retreated. Looks like we managed to survive again. You are right, Delivermet. It must be difficult for you to be in combat given your condition.
Fine, just a little fever. That's our master for you. I applaud your mental mettle in not succumbing to this disease.
Meh. Those soldier robot things turned out to be pretty freaking pathetic, huh?
Honestly, those were more trouble than Lan Ling.
Can't believe this king uses them to fight his wars. I've seen scarier dolls.
I thought they were supposed to be weapons.
Yeah, I figured they'd never send reinforcements by rocket like that. Obviously, I was wrong. No normal flesh and blood soldiers could have survived the impact. There's no issue for those things.
Would it be possible to collect the remains? I'd like to study them further.
At a glance, they look a lot like the same kinds of automata we've fought dozens of times before.
I'm interested in their energy source. I think it may shed some light on this world's inner workings.
What is it, Nisha? Something on your mind? Yes, possibly. I would like to take a look at the remains as well.
Ah, we saw your battle from here as well. You need not bother with the third attempt. Your servant alone is clearly no match for them. True.
I'm afraid not, Your Imperial Majesty.
Then we shall provide you with further assistance. Although these servants are indeed formidable foes. Another 1 or 200 foot soldiers are unlikely to make much of a difference. Ha! What of your Xiang Yu? Yo! Yo!
Lord Xiang Yu, but he is...
Indeed, even now he remains one of our most helpful retainers. But it's when facing an unknown enemy that he shines brightest. It would be a waste to keep him confined to Xianyang under these circumstances, so we shall lend him to you. Make good use of him.
I will, Your Imperial Majesty. Such unexpected delight. You're far too kind.
Still, sending Xiang Yu out to the front line will require some time to prepare. In the meantime, keep a close eye on Chaldea, and continue to ensure they do not attempt to take any action against our empire.
Yes, Your Imperial Majesty. Well, I've never seen Acta get flustered before. Who knew she had a girly side to her? That said, I'm surprised you're bringing out Xiang Yu now, Your Imperial Majesty. Don't you think it's time you stopped playing around?
What a strange question. Do we appear to be treating this as a game to you, Konanskia?
It's Koyanskaya. If you truly see Chaldea as a threat now, the sensible thing to do would be to wipe them out in a single overwhelming strike.
True.
And in your case, Your Imperial Majesty, you could accomplish that merely by lifting your little finger.
True. Yes, we could if we so desired.
And yet, you still sent Acta Hinako out instead. This latest decision may have seemed like you taking things a bit more seriously, but you actually have no reason to believe it will be a decisive blow. Be honest, Your Imperial Majesty, you aren't testing Chaldea, they're testing Acta Hinako, aren't you?
Indeed. We can see quite clearly that the threat the Chaldeans pose stands from being backed into a corner, so to speak. What we have yet to see is how Acta will behave when she believes she has found a means to defeat them.
Still doesn't trust Acta or me one bit, huh?
I mean, why would he?
Well, I guess the king of this last belt wouldn't be a fool, but I can't tell how seriously the whole thing is being taken. It's so much harder to read someone who you can't see their face when you can't see their face.
Oh, okay. He's behind the thingy. On their side. We underestimate these servants. We thought they would be a little more... Wait. We thought they would be a little more than ghosts, but it seems they're quite skilled.
Yes, they are. The magecraft they use is very different from the sage arts your empire has cultivated.
So there's more to using servants than summoning the souls of decorated heroes and commanding them.
The difference between mere necromancy and heroic spirit summoning is that heroic spirits make contracts to serve their master of their own free will.
So, these dead souls lend their strength in response to their existential threat faced by their world. Would you say that is correct? Korean Chihuahua. We're getting further away, my man.
Yes, exactly, Your Imperial Majesty. And once again, my name is Koyanskaya.
What a horrific proposition. To think your world was so perilous that you could not even let the dead rest in peace. I like him as well. I like how he doesn't really trust them off the bat and stuff like that. He's very careful. I really like that. To think your world was so perilous it could not even let the dead rest in peace. We would never permit such things to exist in our domain. Those who meet glorious ends would never think to threaten the peace of our world.
I'm sure. I thought something like the Counter Force would ever even take root here.
We dislike the idea of these guys traipsing? about with their ghosts, doing whatever they please. Fortunately, we have heroes sleeping here who are far more ferocious than these mere ghosts. Is that not correct, Captain of the Guard?
Indeed, Your Imperial Majesty. Given this potential threat to our nation, I suggest we summon the one sleeping in Mount Lee.
Yes, perhaps you're right. Some basic precautionary measures should suffice. We command that the frozen heroes be awakened.
Yes, Your Imperial Majesty.
Oh, does this mean you're finally taking this seriously?
Okay, that's hype. Act 2. Done. It's a weird voice for Li Xuan. Hey, that's how we did it back in when we first met him. I don't remember when that was. And that we're keeping that one. And that was in America, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Aberrant Shadow. Okay. We're fighting. Okay. Is this one the AoE one? Yeah, boy. Sounds about right. Man, that was a hell of a quarrel. Keep this up, and one of you is gonna end up dead.
Quarrel, I think you misunderstood. We're genuinely risking our lives.
Huh? Why's that? For that matter, why'd you hit those guys so hard anyway? I mean, I know they started it, but still, you guys must really hate each other. Yeah, you could say that.
Pardon me, forgive the interruption, but have you ever seen these automata before?
Nope.
Nope.
Never. What are those things anyway? At first I was freaking out because I thought that you'd kill them. But then I saw they didn't bleed even when their limbs broke off. So I thought they may be scarecrows, but making scarecrows that complex seems kind of pointless, so now I don't know what to think.
Come on, what kind of scarecrow would go around picking fights?
Good point.
Mr. Delivermat, could I have a word with you on the Shadow Border? Tell me, what do you make of the villagers' reactions?
They really took this in stride, maybe too much so. Yeah, it seems like there's no conflict and stuff like that, right? They don't know conflict and stuff. Interesting.
Indeed. They seemed completely oblivious to the danger. They were far more worked up when they found us trampling their fields. I can understand how they might regard our fight with Acta as something that doesn't concern them. But the same cannot be said for these mechanical dolls. Acta Hinako did not bring these over from the proper human history. This technology is foreign to us. What's more, Xianyang clearly sent them to her to reinforce her. All this leads me to believe these automata are a type of weapon native to this world, and yet the people who live here claim never to have seen them before.
So what? Maybe these are just a bunch of backward country bumpkins.
We can assume that Acta has formed an alliance with this world's ruler, just like we've seen in previous Lost Belts.
Alliance is a strong word.
For the moment, let us further assume this ruler is, in fact, Qin Shi Huang. If true, it is certainly sensible that we would send these automata to her to aid her in battle.
That he would send, okay.
It then stands to reason that, on seeing us fight their nation's armed forces, these farmers would see us as a threat and treat us accordingly. And yet, that proves not to be the case.
In which case, I can draw only one conclusion, which is that these villagers are so wholly ignorant of war that they do not even know weaponry. Say what? Is that even possible? It is. However, we also saw that their fight-or-flight reflex tended toward the former on our initial encounter. Sure. So while I doubt that this world is completely devoid of danger... Do you hear the tracket outside too? Oh, it's one of those strange monsters. What?
Why are you freaking out? Isn't the supervisor's job to get rid of things like that?
How the hell are we supposed to take those... chase those things away with a stick? Please, travelers, you've got to help us. Indeed. I believe we should lend a helping hand here as well.
Right, moving to intercept hostiles.
NFF.
この戦い
Okay.
イスカンダルの小僧めに捧げてやろう
One of one. Hell yeah, perfect. I can just erase them from the facing the earth.
顔を上げなさい死に惑いなさい顔を上げなさい
先人に学ぶ月が見ていくこれは
What do you mean? Why is it sometimes usable and sometimes isn't usable? I don't get it.
いざ開けHの門いざ開けHの門全知全能ならざる我らが全知全能なる者へと挑む
Bibliothek Basileo. What do you mean it's never usable? It was usable during the boss battle.
すべてを射抜きなさい我が墓標にその大いなる力を手向けなさい
There's a yellow text. Yeah, but why was it available during the boss battle though? Jurid, it says it's unable to be used because of poison, right?
それでも勝利の気分は悪くない
Those creatures aren't native to this land either.
Or maybe, oh wait, was it also locked in the boss battle for 2 turns? Maybe it was actually, because I think it's only restricted for 2 turns from what I could tell there. Because I didn't use it in the beginning of the boss battle, so maybe it was actually locked as well.
No, they weren't. There was a Jotun, a type of Jotun, a type of giant we fought in the Scandinavian last belt.
Well, this just keeps getting weirder, huh? A few of them are running away, so they probably got a nest somewhere around here.
A nest?
Yeah, better track them down and wipe them out, or things are gonna get way worse around here, seeing how these villages shit all for defenses.
It was only 1 turn, so now it's getting worse. Ooh. Man, you guys are amazing. I can't believe you took care of those scary monsters just like that. There's nothing I would like more than shielding the weak. I hate to think of us as weak, but I can't blame you. The only way we could have won is with Heavenly Emperor's divine aid. I see. Then the reason you supervise us wield weapons is indeed solely to defend the village. That's fine. Now that we have a lot to do, of course. Usually, the most we have to worry about is chasing off the odd stray dog or boar. Well, that, and helping the occasional drunkard cool off, I guess. What about invasions from foreign countries? Are you not concerned about those? Foreign countries? You know, the places foreigners come from. Remember how the Elder used to tell us he heard there were places other than here when he was just a kid? Just a moment, please. What exactly do you mean when you say foreigners? What do we mean? I'm not sure what to say. We just heard rumors that they say they look like us, but they're actually monsters that are scarier than any boar. and that they like to eat our livers instead of our crops. And that's why we thought you were going to eat us when you first showed up. Sorry about that. Oh, okay.
I see. Now I understand.
So when they say foreigners, they mean the class foreigner, basically. It's an actual alien.
The people of this lost belt have no concept of separate nations, or at least their only knowledge is derived from distorted ancient legend and hearsay. So what? You're saying the proudly Qin Empire dominated this entire world? You're kidding! Is it even possible for people to put aside all their ethnic and religious differences to make that happen? So that's why they've never seen soldiers before, let alone war.
Oh yeah, of course. A country cannot have a civil war. That has never happened before.
That means this world is so perfectly peaceful that not only do people not need to arm themselves, they do not even know what weapons are. This country is the ideal nation made reality. Can you even imagine such a thing?
What the fuck? Oh! Mount Lee. We've arrived in Mount Lee, Your Imperial Majesty. Which warrior would you like me to unseal? It's like the thingy in Xi'an, right? The soldiers in terracotta soldiers. If this were a foreign expedition, it would be no matter if they were somewhat free-spirited. Terracotta army, yeah. But since it's a domestic matter, we would prefer not to use someone too rambunctious. Then you're saying we should not evaluate our warrior on combatability alone? It's exactly the same place? Oh, okay. Wait, isn't that in Xi'an though? Isn't that like almost like halfway through the entire country? Actually, it's not halfway, but it's a long way through the country though. A lot more northern. If I have my geography correct. I thought we were down in the south. Like southeast. Then you're saying we should not evaluate our warrior on combatability alone? If they were to incite a rebellion, we could not keep an eye on them in Chaldea at the same time. For example, do not even think about releasing anyone like the Taoyuan brothers. They could get carried away and try to take over the empire for themselves. We need a warrior who's not only brave, but also kind and modest. One who's fiercely loyal to this empire and its people, and who will defend them at all costs. We would like you to choose this warrior, Captain. Ugh. Me, Your Imperial Majesty. Are you sure you want me to handle such an important task? Why else would we send you, our Captain of the Guard, all the way to Mount Lee? Surely you're aware that reviving a frozen hero carries some risk. Well, yes, of course. Something could even go wrong with their mind during the unsealing, causing them to fly into rage. It would be bitterly ironic if we were to release a hero for the purposes of preventing a war, only for them to transform into disaster incarnate. So, we deemed it prudent to have you present for the unsealing in the event such a danger did present itself. Do you understand? So, you're saying you want me to deal with them in case they happen to go berserk? The Emperor saying, oh, they don't let the dead rest? Yeah, true. Meanwhile, he goes on freezing the dead here, true. A bit hypocritical, for sure. Indeed. This hero must be strong enough to defeat these heroic spirits from another world. Or maybe he's just learning by example. Maybe it's not hypocritical. But not so strong that you would be unable to stop them in such an unfortunate situation. With all of these requirements to consider, would you not prefer to choose this hero yourself? I see. Your Majesty, or your kindness and wisdom humbles me, Your Imperial Majesty.
Frozen heroic spirits, Interesting. I see you have yet another impressive card up your sleeve.
Mount Lee is the jewel of our empire. It is the mausoleum where the brave warriors who once fought by our side now sleep in peace.
True. It's always tricky figuring out what to do with the brutes you used to establish a new regime. Short-sighted, short-tempered rulers tend to go the whole "you have outlived your usefulness" route and just off their servants. But not you, your Imperial Majesty. How clever of you to literally keep them on ice so they can be useful to you again.
Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei are the Taoyuan brothers, important people who sworn an oath of brotherhood in the romance of the Three Kingdoms. Ooh, okay. These warriors deserve to be praised for all eternity for their help in establishing peace. That said, we cannot bestow all of them with the same immortality we possess. While there's little that can be done to cushion their shock they experience when they're awakened and see how much has changed, fighting on new battlefields has become a common enough occurrence for them too, that they are now accustomed to it. What do you think? Do you not agree it is a much cleaner system than your heroic spirits?
Oh yes. I can't wait what happens next. I've always loved the word freeze.
Of course you have. Okay. Okay, Sub-Zero. Holy. Okay. That's a lot of arrows. Where's landing?
Ba-da-dum.
Ba-da-dum. Mordred? That's fine. Good enough. Uh, 15. Oh wait, he's weak as well. Damn. What does this even give? Arts, Buster, critical strength, MP strength. Demonic beast of a strange land. 10, 7, 10, good enough. I was hesitating a bit, yeah. I think it's gonna be doable though. You want to know if there's a place around here known for its gold? Yes. Both types of monsters that have been attacking recently hail from frigid climates. It stands to reason then that they fashioned a nest somewhere nearby that's suitably cold. Can you think of any such place? Can't really think of much that's near here. It's a mountain located in the northeast of Xi'an. Yeah. In the Shanxi province. Yep. Yup.
Maybe he means a place beyond the village border fence. Well, it's hard to say since nobody's ever gone there. Hold on. None of you have ever been outside your village. Not even once.
Mount Liu shows us the location for his burial ground. Auspicious geology. Interesting. We should try Theseus now if anyone has them set. Oh, true, yeah, I have not tried Theseus yet. Well, no, I mean, it's prohibited for one thing.
Yeah, most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor decreed that we're not supposed to change residences without permission.
Come to think of it, there was that time when around 10 people wandered in after the village flooded. But even then, most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor decides where refugees like that will go, so they never want for anything. We see.
We thought you guys were refugees at first, too.
Then this is not a village, but a cage. Curse these oppressors. I'm so mad I could dance. Sure, man. Go for it. Bust a move. But really, why would you even want to leave the village?
Yeah, we have everything we need right here. Why would we just wander off to someplace we don't even know how? Or we don't even know?
Hmm. Hmm.
Are you truly okay with that?
Well, yeah. I know I've never even thought about going outside the village before. I suppose this is the inevitable result of living in a single place where all one's needs are met. What's up, boya?
Hey, mister, have you got a minute? What is it? Well, would you mind if we talked over there?
So, what's this about?
Okay, so don't tell the grown-ups about this. But I might know about a cold place nearby. You do? I know it's wrong to break the rules. But I can't help it. I want to know what it's like outside the village.
Okay, Eren.
So sometimes I sneak out to go exploring when everyone else is busy working the fields. I know just how you feel. There's just something enchanting about the outside world. Really? Do you like exploring too, mister?
No, not a fan. Nah.
Really? I'm surprised to hear that, senpai. You always seem to have even more wanderlust than... never mind. Well, even if you don't enjoy exploring, you've still done lots of it over the course of your many dangerous missions. That makes you a great explorer in my book. I see. So you've done lots of traveling even though you don't like it. You must be really strong then. So what can you tell us about this cool place? Well, I haven't been there in a long time, and I only went once, but I remember there was a dark and chilly spot in the forest not too far from here.
Two Roots of Fate Stay Night. Crazy.
I remember it being really creepy. If I were a monster, I'm sure that's where I would live.
Oh, so you found the lead on the Grishat nest, have you? That should be very useful. Well done. This puts Koenskaya squarely in our sights. I've got you by the tail now, you little minx.
I agree we should take care of this nest sooner rather than later. But what about Acta? I'm pretty sure she's keeping careful watch of us and just waiting for another chance to attack.
Wasting time in a deadlock. Oh. In a deadlock with her will not help us. For the time being, we need to focus on any possible lead to bring us within reach of Koenskaya. If we leave after dark and from the opposite side of the village where Acta attacked, we should be able to sneak out. Someone will need to stay behind to protect the shadow border while we're gone, just in case. Even so, it's worth the risk of dividing our forces to investigate this possible demonic beast nest.
Well, then all we gotta figure out is who stays and who goes.
You should be part of the expedition, Team Holmes. No point in a detective holding down the fort, right?
Setting aside for a moment that armchair detectives are, to use the modern parlance, very much a thing, I'm forced to concur that this investigation must be conducted on site. Very well then. I'll go and investigate this nest. Fortunately, my wounds have completely healed now. Mr. Delivery Mat, I would like you to lead this expedition. Left to my own devices, it's entirely plausible that I may become so engrossed in solving this mystery that I take another tumble over a waterfall.
I'll come along too, senpai. Please, say you'll do it. Please say you'll do it. In that case, why don't you choose the last expedition members, Delivery Mat? We sure got no shortage of options. Who do you want to bring?
prefer Jinka, but I think Spartacus is really gonna wanna come here. I feel like Jinka though. I'm gonna go with Jinka. I wanna know more about her.
Of course. I'm actually quite good at locating things, you know.
But you'll still need to smash any monsters you find along the way, won't you? In that case, I should come along too. I'll crush any oppression we can find.
And Mojed and I will hold the fort.
I guess both of them are coming then.
If you want, Neja. If you want, Neja and me could go squish anyone who says we couldn't take on that crypto chick while you're out demon beast hunting.
I think that's a good idea.
Just focus on keeping those shadow brothers safe, okay? Please?
Yeah, I was kidding. Freaking fun police over here.
Wow, riding on your shoulders almost feels like flying, Spartacus.
Even familiar scenery can seem completely different when viewed from a new perspective. That small change can help you see things you've never noticed. Sometimes you see beauty and goodness you overlooked. Others you see evil and cruelty you cannot ignore. It's all part of growing up.
That's a lot of words. I think what Spartacus is trying to say is that you're right to want to see the world outside your village. I am?
You are my little rebel.
I wish I was as tall as you, Spartacus.
That will come with training. I wasn't much bigger than you when I was your age, you know.
Really? Then I can actually be like you someday, Spartacus.
Of course you can. Anyone can be like me. Life is rebellion against adversity.
I was a little worried about having the child lead the way, but Spartacus is actually pretty good with him. Who'd have thought? Yes. And since he's carrying the boy on his shoulders, we're making good time. That said, we can't go too quickly, or the Deliverymat will have trouble keeping up. Don't push yourself too hard, alright, Deliverymat? If you get tired, I can give you a piggyback.
I'll do my best.
I can see more farmland up ahead. Is this a neighboring village? We could save time if we go through it, but I'll get in trouble if someone notices. Maybe we should go around. Hey, do you smell that? Yes, there's definite smell of a scent of blood on the wind.
Oh yes, I suppose that would make sense. If the monster nest is in fact where the boy's taking us, they were moving along the same path the monsters themselves did. Any village along the way would surely be subject to these beasts' depredations. Boy, go find a safe place to hide and stay there until we get back. We won't be long.
Okay, be careful, right? This is awful. What a gruesome sight. From the look of things, I don't think there were any survivors.
Be careful. I can still smell the foul stench of those men-eating beasts. Yes, they're still close by. They'll no doubt have noticed our scent as well. Sad boy and smiling Spartacus invokes a different image than they had in mind. True. True.
And there they are. There's a lot of them too.
And just as well, if we do not take care of them now, they'll go on to hunt for prey in other villages.
Let's do it. Your orders, please, master.
この服の俺は普段の3倍強いと思いな。まあ普段から3倍強いんだが。最高だろ。しょうがねえな。しょうがねえな。我が剣にて了解だ。
I don't have the
我は王にあらず、その後ろを歩むのだ。クラレントブラストアーサー
She's so cool. Mm.
しかりその通り
Actually, I can just do this. Focus one of them down at a time. Ah, come on, man. Bruh. What do you mean? Target focus. Well,
了解だ。
それ
ひねり潰す。
bruh.
大事なし大事なし大事なし
Oh my god, look at this Xiangyu here. About to go crazy
こ
style.
れは決着とし
I should have done 1-1, but it's fine.
力を持って山を抜き気迫を持って世を追う我が不変ここに示さんその破滅出場なり
Can you stop?
なし
Okay, he lives. Yarisugi.
これは必要な処置だった
Nope.
Hostiles eliminated. The battle is over. Now these people can rest in peace. I have to think they can at least.
I have Scout TCS ready in case no one else does. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is he again? Anyone remember? Is he... I don't remember actually. Saber. Oh, okay. What is it, said Detective? Have you noticed something? Master Deliveryman, how did this latest battle feel to you? I saw some weird tattoos on those creatures. Oh yeah, with the target focus and stuff, that was different than usual.
Yes, those markings were so odd that I can't form a clear picture of them in my mind, but I did see them.
Ah, pay those no mind. Their behavior is what concerns me. In particular, the fact that they were clearly trained for combat. What do you mean, pay those no mind? Oh, those are just naturally occurring.
Not combat with other animals, but with humans.
The quest that you're giving gives teapots? Hell yeah. Use them on story for more bond points? Oh yeah, I should, yeah.
Their loss of strength is almost certainly due to the changing environment. For creatures accustomed to cold, even this weather must seem oppressively hot.
I often see animals with tattoos, true.
Still, they were working as a team, not like a pack of wild animals either, but a trained unit. And then someone had to have gone into the trouble to train them.
It's only yet to be certain, but yes, it does seem likely.
Do you think Gwen Sky is behind this?
If she is, that would raise its own questions. Namely, when did she have time to do so? The answers will surely become apparent in time. Fortunately, they left footprints we can follow.
Good point. At least we know we're going in the right direction.
I'll go get the boy. Meet us outside the village. No one so young should have to see something like this.
I didn't know Spartacus was so kind. Might not look like it, but his purpose was always been to protect the weak. Once he believes someone needs protecting, he'll do anything to keep them safe. Of course, that often ends in him sacrificing anyone and everyone to do so. I guess that's a berserker for you. There's nothing if not committed.
Spartacus is oppressing the boys' growth. Let me find a TCS. surely. Oh. Okay. Okay. Why does he look so derpy? Arts card effectiveness, MP gauge, C-stars each turn. Arts are C-star gather rate, arts card critical strength, C-stars. Attack, decrease attack for a single enemy, C-stars. Okay. Critical strength, apply special attack, demonic beast type servant status to yourself, deal significant damage. To a single giant enemy. Okay, that's decent. He's so derpy because he's happy his life isn't shit anymore. Nice.
It's just up ahead. There's this huge hole in the ground you can use to get inside.
I see. So they have taken up residence in a cave.
It's really cold and dark inside. I got scared, so I didn't get very far in before I turned back.
Cries out of happiness for Asterios. I see.
It seemed like it was really deep though, because it was echoing like crazy. It does sound like it would work as a good home for monsters who prefer the cold. That sounds like we're obviously in the right place.
I see, we're surrounded. How exciting!
I'm so sorry. I should have been more alert.
Well, you were absolutely superlative. You were an absolutely superlative navigator before returning to the front lines, Miss Kyrielite. I cannot blame Mr. Delivery Matt for relaxing his guard now that we're back at his side once more.
Aren't you guys scared? Oh, don't worry. This journey should have ended ages ago if anyone couldn't crack a joke in the face of mortal peril.
Let's see.
悔い改める
Oh,
機会
yeah,
は
this guy looks like he would be a
どんな
a giant. Well, this gives me nothing for this hand here. Wait, is it Arts card Sister Gatherite? Arts card Sister Gatherite. So this does nothing, and this is... It's fine. It's gonna end soon enough either way. I just wanna see the MP.
導きを信じよういざ引き受け了解了解
The Frost Giant is a dwarf for sure, yeah.
栄光と勝利のために我が糸よ導きたまえアリアドネアポリトアーディス
Bang! In the groin. Poor guy. Okay.
決めさせてもらう
Bop. Wow, that's a lot of sea stars, not gonna lie.
いい機会なるほど切り抜けるこの程度はやらせてもらおう突き破る
His better animations than Emiya.
じゃあそいつでうん兄任せとけって取られたこいつでどうだ
What do we have here? A bunch of giants again. This gives me Artsa, it's fine. Who cares about wasting MP, right? I'm gonna waste like 70 MP here, so that's fine.
紡ぐ食べるかね 祝祭を始めあの図書館を
Then
開
you
く気になった
decrease their defense.
いざ開け H の門全知全能ならざる我らが全知全能なる者へと挑む身分を提け走れよ
Basileo! How did that guy in the back
靴
just die?
血を食う蛇生きる糧くべる薪に集いたまえザジが兄へ
Unreal
まい
mind.
悔い改めよ福音は裁きの後に与えられよう
Holy bond. Ha, too easy.
This is so strange. All creatures and giants would be living in different places.
Indeed, Creature destroyed that village, but we followed their tracks only to find giants. Now wonder what we will find in that cave. There's only one way to find out. Just standing here thinking won't get you any answers, Sir Detective.
What about the boy? Don't you think it's too dangerous to bring him in here with us?
The teapots are British propaganda. Sure. Be that as it may, we cannot let him return to his own either. On his own either. There's no telling how many demonic beasts could be lurking nearby.
No, we need someone to stay here and guard him. No, you can't do that. We all need to stick together if we're going to fight these monsters. Take me with you. I'm sure I'll be safe as long as I stay close to the delivery mat. I guess that makes sense, yeah.
I'm so proud of you, boy. You have your spirit, embracing adversity like... You have spirit, embracing adversity like that. You've faced the fears oppressing you and rebelled against them. Come with us. I will be your shield and guide and sing a song of triumph in your honor.
Indeed, we're not heroic spirits for nothing. I promise we'll not let your bravery go to waste.
Oh yeah, by the way, Garden of Sinners episode 1, or the first movie, is going live in like 10 minutes-ish. 12 minutes. Just an FYI. On YouTube. How about you? Wait, he's weak against Lancers, right? Brr, that's fine. Just stay here. Also, you're weak against Lancers, that's fine. Just stay there. How do you feel about it? It was really good. It does really throw you in the deep end, doesn't it? It really doesn't explain anything. It just throws you into the movie, into like the middle of... It feels like it's like in the middle of the story, but it was cool. It was really cool. Well, you'll see. You'll see. I'll talk about it maybe a tiny bit later, but yeah. What about my project? You can't do this to me.
Well, this answers one question. Take a look. Over here, we have giant tracks, and over there, we have creature dung. Does that mean you've been living here together?
Much as I would like to laugh at the notion of, we have seen ample evidence of their cohabitation. These demonic beasts have been quite thoroughly altered. How do you feel about Toko? She's way different from how she was in Case Files, that's for sure. She was like really chill here, and in Case Files she was like... she was very not like that. Toko was great. Yeah, she was kind of a Chad.
These demonic beasts have been quite thoroughly altered. So much so that they've begun sharing their territory with altogether different species. So someone's been going through domesticating the same beast that led to their last belts being pruned away. Pretty horrible hobby.
And of course, there's a yet more significant question. To what end? Hmm.
Maybe they don't have an end in mind.
Also, I gotta say, with Jinka's design, they were cooking here.
You said this Coin Sky went around the other Lost Belts tormenting innocent people for kicks, right? Maybe releasing man-eating beasts into peaceful agricultural villages with no defenses is just more of that. Uh-oh, I think they spotted us. Preparing for combat.
Let's go. They could have cooked a bit more up there, though. It's fine. I like Jinka.
みんな怪我しないでね
Do you remember that she appears in Singularity too? I do remember that. Ooh. I meant specifically her face. Sure.
体が軽いわね
いざ開け H の門いい機会だ
Do you think this kills?
世界の集積を知るがいい我らの行く末を知るがいい我らの旅路を思うがよい振りをてけ忘れようよしが大
Okay. Wait! I didn't realize I used two of the... Oh my god, two Rasputin cards. Fuck. Bruh. That's a misplay.
川のせせらぎ
繋いだて
天より恵み
Do you know what NFF is, Matt?
あれ後ろから
I remember it. I remember this Cool and Sky is part of it. I'm trying to remember the full name of it, though. Something Forces. I think.
食べるかね
Surely.
これは
Did you end up doing the Artoria Lily interlude? Luna is still wondering what happens in it, I'm sure. I did end up doing it. You know what happens in it? Not much. It is it's just her talking a bit and Romani. It's like legit a few sentences and that's it. I'm trying to. I kind of have paid attention to it. Year one moment, yeah. It was weird. The biggest thing that happened in it was me having whiplash from seeing Romani. I was like, wait, who's this again? But yeah, you don't miss much. It's just legit a bit of a rank up quest with a few sentences sprinkled in. That doesn't give you a rank up. So I don't actually remember much what happens in it. I kind of like skimmed through it.
見上げる空
悪辣にして無法なる者たちよ聞け
願うただ皆が
There's a massive nothing but that,
そのためなら私たちはどこまでも進む天より恵みあれ
この程度はやらせてもらおう
It took me exactly 15 seconds to skim through it and tell you it's absolutely fine to read it on your own, yeah. It sure is, it sure is.
繋いだて見上げる空繋いだて
Surely this kills.
始末してくる
ふさわしい罰
突撃
In fact, does not kill. Bruh. Can you attack my Rasputin once? Thank you.
立ち向かうんだ二人で
Why is this taking so long? In contrast to that, Sherlock introduced like LB3 into a length. That's kind of wild.
さあ光をよこせプレイ
Ooh.
人の世に
Get that
最
ass.
後はつきまじか。
Get him.
綱
川のせせらぎ
悔い改めよ。打ち砕かれよ。悪しき者、欺く者を私が招く。パミールイ、ナースゴースパチ。
Oh yeah, yeah, true Xeno. They were talking about like Alter and how different she is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
突撃寝込んでい
悔い改めよ。福音は裁きの後に与えられよう。
Exactly, Xeno. That sounds about right. Here, whole interlude. Yep. Who the fuck? That's Say in the back though. Murasaki.
Damn, it's not easy fighting so many of them at once. They just keep coming.
Well, our initial goal was to exterminate the Krishat, so this was more or less inevitable.
Take care of that boy, Spartacus.
No problem.
この戦い
Um,
イスカンダルの小僧めに捧げてやろう。
remaining 10. Oh my god. Come on.
あの話の続きはと
This is all allies, right? Decrease defense for all enemies.
そうしてあげるわ食べな
この知識と力お見せしよう。いざ開けHの門。全知全能ならざる我らが全知全能なる者へと挑む。身振りを提起。
Basileo!
モルゴース
攻撃権限。
目に映るものよく言いましたそういいでしょう私の足元で許しを乞いなさい落ちよロードレスキャメロット内側から終わ
There was a really funny scene in Gaiden of Sinners. I was trying so hard not to laugh because the context of the scene was really like crazy wild, but it was so funnily portrayed. It was like Shiki walking around, like looking for the place where the people were jumping off from, and then suddenly behind her, someone just skydives from the building down the ground. It was so funnily framed. I was trying so hard not to laugh, but it was so funny. It was just her minding her own business, and behind her, just someone plummeting to the ground. That was great. That was awesome.
目を背けないで
Yo, what's up? What's up, Leo? Are you watching on Release Order? Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching the Release Order. Just because I feel like that's the way that was released. I was trying so hard not to laugh because it felt like it was like a really serious scene, but yeah, it was kind of funny.
いい判断ですモルゴース
Yeah, I'll always watch the Release Order. The only time that it makes sense maybe to not is something like some of the Monogatari series that have been released later because of delays and not because it was intended to be released that way, right? If they're delayed because of like an internal delay or something like that, then yeah, that's a different
逃がすものか
question. But usually release order I always prefer.
悪は裁かれなければならない。
I still remember you absolutely losing your shit during a Garta. No, it wasn't to that degree. It was just one funny scene. They're retreating. This can't be right. There must be more to this. With Grand Order movies.
I agree. In fact, their whole style of combat was odd.
Dude, I honestly, thinking back to Agartha, that was so good. The ending of Agartha was so good. You can say what you want about Agartha, but it was definitely, it was probably the most memorable moment in all of 1.5, was the ending of Agartha.
Yes, this goes well beyond sharing territory. They're even fighting as a team.
We can now be certain beyond any doubt that someone is controlling them.
Then do you think we'll find Queen Skyfather inside the cave?
I do not imagine we'll be quite so fortunate, but we should go to meet whoever called them off. Jalter dance. Ooh,
Once you're taking them out, that should stop these monsters from attacking other villages.
Ran out. Do you mind if we continue onward, little rebel?
Okay. You'll keep me safe, right, Spartacus?
Of course I will. As long as you're prepared to face your fears, nothing can stop me. Oh yeah. I was fucking crying of laughing during Agartha. That was great. Carter bird transformation. um. What do you even do? Are you AoE? Oh fuck yeah. Do you have a charge? Yeah. Virgin laser paladin. I don't have. Wait. I need to claim my pots. I ran out of pots.
喉は渇いていませんか
Did I even get any pots here? I didn't.
お疲れのようでした
What? I thought I was gonna get some pots here.
受け取り忘れにはご注意ください
What
ね
the fuck? I can't do bleach dirt. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways. Back to champ select. Pots are for us gonna hurry with LB7. True, for the pots.
The Orc Nexus sensors are picking up an impossible amount of magical energy up ahead.
Yes, coconut, KNK reaction just dropped. Yep. 5 minutes ago, baby. 5 minutes ago.
The Orc Nexus sensors are picking up an impossible amount of magical energy up ahead.
Don't tell me it's Diavoltron. It's a fire giant? Surtur is back.
No.
What?
Far stronger. And unless my instruments are completely broken, there are two of them.
Two Surturs.
Does that mean we finally found the boss? I'm not sure. Their spirit origin patterns tell me they must be demonic beasts. What's more, they're almost identical to the data for the Diavoltrons and giant fire giants we fought before.
2 Astolfos.
But the sheer amount of magical energy they possess is insane. And on top of that, the reading is still going up.
Hold it. Do you hear that? What an awful sound.
Do you think those monsters we fought came here to feed?
Just as I'm certain I understood just as I'm certain I understand, Miss Kyrielite, you said the Autonexus sensors picked up 2 signals.
Yes, that's right.
If there are only 2, then where did all the other demonic beasts go? This is the final arrow for today, by the way, guys.
It reeks in here. I can't believe these things.
Indeed, they're eating their own kind.
The Diavoltron eating the creature, and the Muspelus eating the other giants.
There's ample precedent for cannibalism in the natural world, but we certainly never saw this happening in either Russia or Scandinavia. A one-shot 24-hour stream and we speedrun to Oku. Surely. Furthermore, if this is the source of the increased magical energy you noticed, then these are no ordinary predators. To gain the strength of those they consume this quickly, they would have to be soul eaters. Yo, soul eater mentioned? In the Big 25?
Then, they had the ones we were fighting... Wait, they had the ones we were fighting retreat, so...
Wait, what? They had the ones we were fighting retreat. Oh, okay.
Then they had the ones we were fighting retreat, so that...
That sentence took me a bit. Yes, most likely it was to make these 2 more powerful for the final battle. Though it remains unclear whether these 2 gave the order to retreat themselves, or if those who retreated did so of their own accord. By the way, since we're already done with the boss fight document until LB4 up to LB7 on template, wanna know how many boss fights Oku has? Is it a lot? Or is it very little? Sure, I don't mind, I think that's fine.
Looks like they're done with their meal. And they're looking at us like we're dessert.
1? What, Lancelot? 1? What do you mean 1 boss fight? Is it not even like a 2 arrow boss fight? Is it just 1 arrow, 1 fight? Huh? 1 arrow? Bruh. Bruh. The fuck?
Looks like they're done with their meal. And they're looking at us like we're dessert.
It's peak though? Okay. This bloodlust reminds me of the demonic beast we fought in Uruk.
I thought so too, Master. These demonic beasts must really hate humans.
Oku is grindy though.
Not sure about the significance of that, but we can worry about it later. Right now, it's time to get rid of these demonic beasts once and for all. Your orders, Master!
Okay.
悔い改める機会は万人に与えられている。
How much is this noise? Bro, you're about to get one shot. What do you do with this? Guts, increase attack for 1 ally. Do it for yourself, brother.
試練の時月が向いている。先人に
The
学ぶ
total
と
S
し
gear
よ
what is
う。
great, nice. Just for fun comparison, this is not an indication of boss fight numbers, but LB3 document was 300 bytes, while LB7 notes are 3 kilobytes. Nice. That's fun. My god, what do you mean poison? That's fine. 1, 2, and then what do you get with overcharge? MP strength.
いざ開け H の門いざ開け H の門全知全能ならざる我らが全知全能なる者へと挑む身振りを提起
走れよ
夜の影獣のうなり死の毒の犬どもよ
Setup was kind of
今
grindy.
こそ
Was it?
声高く笑うがいい
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
劇場は海より来た見るがよいこれぞ誉れ歌うイルステリア
Oberon does not work with Zaza. Bro, these guys took 0 damage from 3 MPs in a row. They just tanked this shit. Can I get my Bakastoria back then?
ひらめくぞ
These guys don't do damage. These guys suck.
星が大
そこ動くな
The story is a banger. That's all I care about. Give me a good story and we're chilling.
指示は聞い
Wait.
た知識と力この手はどうだ脆弱脆弱今
System same. Oh, come on, my guy.
さあ光をよこせプレイ
Ow! Aha. Get gutsed.
知識と力
Slap his ass. Old man.
ふさわしい罰を
You are allergic to critting with the Buster Cards, huh?
光をよこせ
Pop.
いささか派手すぎたかもしれない
Both hostiles are down. There are no other threats here.
I guess.
I guess.
No, wait.
I guess that's that then.
I'm afraid not, given that we're still no closer to finding Koyanskaya. I believed it was possible that she may be the one training these demonic beasts, but the evidence is, as yet, inconclusive. I never thought I would see demonic beasts cooperating like this.
Yeah. I'm so sure we would find Kvenskaya here controlling them.
But she is the one who brought these creatures here, right? I mean, it's the NFF, right? Or whatever they called it. So it's either her or one of her, like someone who works with her in the NFF. We know that, as far as we know, yeah, she is in the NFF, so. I believe that's a safe assumption, given the lack of the alternate suspects. But we still don't know why she set them free after doing so.
Huh? What do you mean?
Take a look at these piles of bones, Miss Kyrielite. These beasts have been devouring their kin since well before today. They've been sending the runs of the litters, so to speak, out to hunt, then stealing their magical energy for themselves. As ecologies go, it resembles the Dead Apostles. Yo, Dead Apostles mentioned? No ordinary species would depend on such a twisted survival strategy. These beasts had no other choice. They desperately needed to find a way to survive after being completely cut off from their proper habitat.
I don't remember the Jotnar or Grishat being able to directly convert their prey into magical energy before.
They may have been forced to learn that ability to cope with a massive change in the environment, or perhaps Koyanskaya gave it as another form of enhancement. If that is so, then the larger question remains, why would she go to all that trouble just to have them fend for themselves now?
What a strange woman. I honestly have no idea what she could be thinking.
I was hoping to find evidence of her motives, but unfortunately, the child has gone cold once again. I can only surmise she has her own reasons for traveling between lost belts, a formidable foe. Are you alright, boy?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just over here watching anyway. You guys really are strong.
That's the one, Matt, that's the one.
I was so scared I couldn't even speak. I'm sorry, I wasn't more helpful.
Standing your ground and watching over others is a show of your strength and bravery on its own, boy. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
Thanks. Jinka, what are you doing? Well, you guys said these things could be brewed into decent booze, right?
We did?
I'm not usually one for cutting up monster corpses, but if there's booze to be found, is this it?
I see. They're secretory glands. Yummy.
Yes. As long as you preserve them properly, I imagine Da Vinci could make something... could make whatever is within drinkable. We certainly did plenty of toxin extraction in Russia after all. I must say though, between you and that servant who drinks everything in sight, I confess I struggle to understand. How can you still be hungry after seeing that?
It doesn't matter what it used to look like, Sir Detective. There are few things sweeter to a warrior than a victory toast.
This way. We'll also have a nice souvenir to bring back to the village. Of course, neither Senpai nor I are of drinking age, but that aside.
Come on, let's go back. Is that it? That's a wrap for today. Nice. And then the next act is section 5. Okay, that's it for today, though. That's fun. We did decent progress. 3 sections, I believe. 4 sections? We did... Wait, how many sections did we do? We did 4 sections, right? Yeah, 4. Yeah. How are you enjoying China so far? It's fun. I hope we move out of this place soon, because we're staying in one place for so long that it's getting a tiny bit monotone, but it's fun so far. I don't really know what the story of it is so far. It seems like just, you know, the eternal emperor, right? Who's basically made the entire world into his empire and made it so that all of the villages, there's no like war, basically achieved what Amakusa was trying to achieve in Apocrypha, but basically without using true magic. So basically, you know, kind of a Chad in that sense. Shortest LB for you? For sure. For sure. I think we should be done with this in like 2 streams probably, or maybe 3. There are 16 sections. Nice. Yeah. This being a Lost Belt means this is a dead end, yeah. And the true magic was the oppression we subject our people to. Yeah, true. It feels cozy for some reason. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. I'm excited to see the other servants, but also it does feel like this is gonna be really, really quick, considering there's not that much of the story left, right? Considering how short this Lost Belt is, it does feel like it's gonna be just us getting to at least that's my presumption, it's gonna be us getting to the castle eventually, or the palace, and I guess fighting the emperor or whatever, and that's about it, and fighting all the retainers in the meantime. But I guess we'll see, right? I guess we'll see. That's the current one. You watched the entirety of Kenker, it's still ongoing. Oh, just watched the first movie. I just watched the first one, that's it. I'm gonna watch the second one probably tomorrow, because I'm waiting for the comments and stuff. This is one of those series that is so lore dependent that I don't want to miss anything. And I want you guys to point out if I miss like details and stuff, without spoiling, obviously. So I'm watching one at a time and then waiting to release it and then seeing the comments about, from it. Really looking forward to Kenkai? Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to find out more about the world because, as I said, the first movie is definitely, it throws you in there, like, just in the middle of the story. And then at the very, like, towards the end of the movie, they mention Fujino, which is the only other character that I know, right? Because she's in FGO. So I only know Shiki and Fujino from FGO, and then I know Toko from Case Files and Heaven's Feel. But apart from that, yeah, they mentioned Fujino there, which was really hype. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what's happening there. There are also so many things happening that that left me a bit confused, but I talked about it a bit more at the end of the video, so we'll see that. I'm pretty sure that they are just things that they haven't explained yet, so yeah. Also, well, I'm not gonna talk more about it. We'll see. Did people tell you who Toko is related to, by the way? Aozaki Toko. Aozaki. I feel like they probably have at some point, but I don't remember. First appeared as the main villain in a different series, huh? Second thing, Nasu wrote professionally, so you feel any familiarity? It feels... It definitely feels a bit older. It kind of, honestly, the way that it's progressing so far kind of feels more, at least the way that it's going, and I talked about it a bit in the reaction, it feels a bit kind of like Case Files in the sense of, it feels like we're going one case at a time, right? We're showing the story over one case, because in this first movie, it's all about the case of the people jumping off the building, and we're trying to see what's happening there. And they mention like lilies or something, and they don't really explain what lilies are. So I'm guessing they're probably gonna end up going into this, but it's really cool how they're talking almost in poems when it comes to the dialogue in it. It's really cool. Also, I really like how it feels a bit more mature in the way that it's tackling characters, right? And I think it might have to do with the fact that Shiki, I don't know how old she is, but she definitely feels older. Same with Mikia. They definitely feel older. I don't think their age is actually disclosed though, but yeah. You're on the right track, but it's not a big deal, just checking. Yeah. Are you reacting to the DVD pre-scenes of the movies? You know, I actually saw that there are the chibi ones or whatever on my anime list. I don't have those included, so I didn't check it out, but I can do it. It's the purest urban fantasy. Yeah, it's very urban fantasy-esque. It's very urban fantasy-esque. Also, like, they didn't really explain much about like why the world is the way it is, because everything is so worn down, everything is so, as you said, urban fantasy-esque. I don't know if they go into that or not, but yeah, that's one thing that is also very much, you know, they just throw you in there and they're like, well, this is how it is. So I do want to know more about it. I want to know more about the world in general. I just want the details. So I'm sure the other movies are gonna go into details, and also like into Fujino, into the arm, Shiki's arm. Also, it feels like it's building up Shiki as a really cool character, right? Who was really empty at the beginning, but then she's starting to become more human or whatever as time goes on. It's cool. The confusion is intended, yeah. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not stressing too much about being confused about a lot of things there. But yeah, overall, really good. You can tell that it is a early Ufotable work, right? The animation is really, like, it's really stylized and really cool. The style is really cool, but sometimes you can tell some shots are really jank, or a bit jank, but also for 2007, it's really good. It's impressive. It's set in the 90s, yeah, it's 1998. Going on in Japan's version of Great Depression, yeah. You get dropped in the middle, yep. Rotoscoping wasn't their wheelhouse back then, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ufotable was born from the source. Yeah. But still, for 2007, it looks fantastic. It's almost a 20-year-old anime series at this point, so it looks really good for that. Yeah, as I said, I'm really excited to watch the rest of them. I think they're gonna be really good. Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys to go, if you're interested in that, to go and watch it. It's on the channel, so be sure to check it out. If anyone's watching it on Patreon, then there's a small edit issue that I had at the beginning. Oh, not issue. I just made a small error in the editing in the beginning, so you'll see me saying like, and let's go into, and then it's gonna be a transition of cutting into the movie, but then I'm gonna continue saying into the movie, and it's a bit of a weird transition because I made a small mistake and I didn't feel like re-exporting the entire file just to fix it, so it is what it is. But I fixed it for the YouTube version because I noticed it then. It's fine though. Anyways. Yeah, thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you. Oh yeah, that's the last thing that I wanted to talk about is I am gonna be very busy this weekend. I'm gonna try to stream as much as I can, but also considering I have to record a bunch of stuff, and I have a bunch of other plans, I cannot promise that there is gonna be even a single stream this weekend, but I'm gonna try to stream both Saturday and Sunday. So just a heads up, there is a chance that I may not be able to stream Saturday or Sunday, or maybe both of them, and maybe even Monday because I also have some family plans. But once again, I'm gonna try to stream on all of those 3 days, but I'm gonna post updates on my Discord for whether I'm gonna be streaming or not, so make sure to be in the Discord if you want to know like updates. I'm gonna post it a few hours prior to usual stream time, so yeah. But yeah, just do your stuff, streamer man. The game is not going anywhere. True. But yeah. Roll for this thing? Nah, I'm good. But see you guys. See you. Bye. Bye.